crystal clear 8-ball tells me.
Well, Coach Dan Davidson in his 11th year, he's the head coach for Western. They're currently 3-3, 0-1 in Delta League play after losing to Capital Valley 35-25 last week. They're coming in averaging 36 points a game, giving up 36 points. A great run-pass ratio. They're running the ball 46% versus 54%. On the flip side, El Medina, they're led by 9th-year head coach Matt Mitchell, currently undefeated and 1-0 in Delta League play after beating Trabuco Hills 30-7 last week. They're averaging 44 points a game, 25 points on defense. Their run-pass ratio, they're running the ball 53% of the time, so it's a pretty balanced offense, but I think that might be a bit misleading as the ball is going to be going through their star quarterback, Xavier Guess. He touches the ball almost 65% of the time between the amount of times he's running the ball and throwing the ball. That's a lot for a quarterback to be able to handle. Justin, he's a leading rusher he's almost twice as much as his actual running back in terms of leading the team in rushing.
Oh, he's one of those kids who's got a natural ability to not take the brunt of hits, I guess you would say. He's got a good ability of rolling off of hits and keeping himself safe. So I haven't got to see him live and in person in pads, but I know that he's a very cerebral quarterback, and I can only imagine that translates when he runs the football too, right? There's no, as a reference to myself, there's no Tua going on over there. He's a left-handed guy, but he ain't going to just stick his head in somewhere and get himself in trouble. He knows that he's here to lead the team, and he's got to make it through the whole game. El Medina does have that advantage in the sense that, their roster size looks to be a little bit bigger. They should have less guys going one way, and they will be fit. These guys do work out hard. They have a great strength conditioning program, much like us. So it's going to be a battle of attrition tonight. And like I said, I expect to see some big plays. And on defense, when you play a quarterback who's very sufficient in the running game, it's not easy, right? First off, it's not easy because you got everything else to cover first and him second. But if you did good film study, you're going to understand there's a few cues there that allow you to know when it's a run play straight to Xavier. So, hopefully our guys did their homework, did their studying, and put in some extra prep work this week, because when you got a dual threat quarterback, things change. And, like a lot of people who have played against a left-handed quarterback have seen before, is it takes you a whole kind of half to adjust to that, where the ball is going, how that ball's ripping out, how you break on the ball. Everything is backwards, right? We're used to being dominant on the other foot. So that's going to change tonight. So I expect defense to be maybe a step behind to start the game, but we got to pick that up real quick.
Well, in last week's game against Capital Valley, the Pioneers jumped out to a 6-0 lead on a Bunchy Young 27-yard touchdown pass from Chance Thomas. Now, Capital Valley countered with a couple of short touchdown runs before Chance Thomas hit Christian Rojas on a 76-yard bomb. Both extra points were missed, and that loomed large as that game wore on. Capital followed that up with a short touchdown to make the score 21-12 at half. But the story of this game was Bunchy Young. Bunchy Young comes out making his Pioneer debut in a huge way, hauling in 9 receptions for 200 yards and 2 touchdowns, adding yet another weapon for these Western Pioneers.
Yeah, and Bunchy's the real deal as well. He works hard. The guy's life is devoted to football and school, obviously, at this age. But it's something he's been consistent with for a long time. He gets a lot of attention for who he is, and it couldn't go to a better kid. He's got a bright smile, a bright future, and it was nice to see him get out there after essentially just being a scout team star for the first 5 weeks. It was nice to see him get out there and get some real run and put some plays on film.
Well, you talked a little bit about Chance Thomas, and And again, he had a nice night out there statistically. He was 17 of 29 for 333 yards and 3 touchdowns, no interceptions, hasn't been intercepted this season. But he was sacked 6 times last week as well. And these are things that, as you mentioned, those are mistakes that you really just can't be making at that time, because it's not like there's some big bull rush coming and just overwhelming the line. These are, I call it choice sacks, if you will. I don't know if there is such a term, but that's what was going on.
Yeah, I mean, on the back side of the defensive side, we call them coverage sacks, right? It's like you should have got the ball out. Whether it was incomplete or complete, we sacked you because you didn't get the ball out quick enough. And that's what I was talking about. I think that, Chance has better feet under him than he's been able to show at times, just because you're you're knocking off the dust and the rust. You know, you're a sophomore. You're a really good quarterback. You've been playing all summer, but then you got injured game 1, and you had to sit for 5 weeks. So things kind of change a little bit. 4 weeks, sorry, but things change a little bit, and I think that every game we'll see him get a little bit more, acquainted with the pocket and figure out what he's supposed to do, because he does have a good coach in his ear, Dan Davidson, who knows, the offense very well, and is great at coaching up his quarterbacks, right, and limiting those mistakes. So it is one good thing that Chance isn't throwing interceptions. Like, on the side of, would I rather have a sack or interception? I think I'll take the sack, right?
I think you're right, yeah.
But, 6 sacks is a lot for a game, and I'm sure after looking at film, Chance would agree that a few of those could have been avoided at minimum.
Well, Justin, you're going to have to clue me in when this national anthem is going to go, because I can't really see down below when everybody starts standing up, and I can't hear the loudspeaker either.
They're carrying the flag right now. They're walking across. We got looks like we got the captains going out there for the coin flip, and
yeah, we got that going. Malachi Alatorre was the leader on the ground, 16 carries for 100 yards, and punched in his 6th touchdown on the ground this season. Malachi's been one of those steady Eddie guys that's been there, but we saw a little bit of Bunchy Young playing in the what they call the A-back role, which would be the tailback. He'd be lining up there, and you'd have Malachi as the fullback. I mean, what a combination that is now, to have that kind of a weapon where you got Bunchy lining up everywhere.
Yeah, very much so. And we're going to jump into the national anthem, guys.
Okay, we will pipe down and listen respectfully. And that's the national anthem by the Pioneer Marching Band. Justin, hearing the horns kind of reminds me a little bit of a show I went to last night. Got to see Billy Ocean, and if you like Billy Ocean, that's an old-time name. You may not have even heard of the guy, but anyway, Billy Ocean. And a couple of his songs, they got the sax guy out there doing his solos, and it's a deal. So, anyway, Billy, you ever heard of Billy Ocean?
I've heard of him. I couldn't reference a song.
Caribbean Queen.
Don't know it off the top of my head.
I'm not going to sing it for you. That's my wife will kill me. Okay.
There's only one person who could enjoy your singing, Kent. It's not your son.
It's
not any of the kids, all right?
That's funny.
Maybe 2. Maybe wife and Halo.
Maybe Halo, yeah. Okay, that's right. No, Olivia. She likes everything I do. Okay. Western's Chance Thomas comes in this game 65% pass completion, 8 touchdowns on 0 interceptions. Xavier Guess, he's coming in 68%, 18 touchdowns, 1 interceptions to go along with 779 yards rushing and 10 touchdowns. I mean, that's just special, and we're going to be calling his name quite a bit tonight. On the ground for the Pioneers, Malachi Alatorre comes in with 6 yards per carry and 6 touchdowns rushing and 1 receiving. Brody Hitchens on the flip side for Medina, 7 yards a carry, 4 touchdowns, 178 yards and 3 receiving touchdowns. Dual threat back you got back there. So you got to imagine with these two coaches, very offensive-minded guys, that you got to expect to see a lot of fireworks tonight in what should be a very high-scoring ball game. Okay, well, both teams have come onto the field, finished the coin toss. They're Western in their home black pants, blue jerseys with the white numerals, the white helmets with a block W on the side. Medina wearing their visiting white pants and white jerseys with the maroon numerals. They've got the white helmets with the El Medina on the right side, or the EM on the right side, and their numbers on the left in their white helmets. Again, beautiful night for football. Temperatures about 70 degrees. Even a little bit warmer than it was last week, Justin, or 2 weeks ago when we were here for the Bell game. But still, beautiful night for football. Pretty excited to be here. Clear night, no wind, not at all. So this is great football weather.
Yeah, I agree. You know, I thought I was going to be missing the jacket tonight because it was a little chilly a few weeks back at home, but feels like we're going to be perfect up here. Weather couldn't be better, and we're excited to play some football. Always blessed to get out here and get another kickoff in.
Ethan Sorensen's got the ball teed up. He'll be kicking from right to left. Deep for the Pioneers, Bunchy Young and Christian Rojas as this ball game is underway. Left-footed kicker boots this away. Bunchy Young takes it at the 3. Up the middle he goes. He's at the 10, 15, outside to the right to the 20. Gets the corner at the 20, bounds there to the 27. That's where Western will take over. 1st and 10 as we just start this ball game. I think there's a little different styles here between the Capo Valley team and this El Medina team. Last week when you saw a play like that close to the sideline, the Capo Valley guys were taking those shots right at the sideline, and the El Medina guy just came out, just pushed them out of bounds. It was, clean play all the way around. A little different last week if you watch the film. Chance Thomas comes out in a shotgun set. Malachi Alatorre offset to his left. Bunchy Young in the slot to the right side is J.J. Amezcua. Young goes in motion to the left side. He gets the ball around on the end sweep, trying to get the corner. He's in trouble down there, and he'll lose a few back inside the 25 to the 23.
Western tries to catch El Medina off guard there, running Bunchy on an end around basically, and nothing going there. El Medina stretched it out and was able to make a tackle beyond the line of scrimmage.
2nd down and call it 13, back at the 24. Thomas back to pass. Rolling out to his left. Now he scrambles, slides down. He'll pick up a couple, but it'll be short of the original line of scrimmage, so it'll bring up a 3rd down and 11.
Yeah, that time El Medina just having their normal guys going and not too much pressure there on Chance, but he got a little protruded in the pocket and went down.
Trips to the right side. Thomas rolling out to his right. He's holding the ball really loosely out there, and he's going to slide down well short of the 1st down. And that's going to bring up 4th and a punting situation at the 30-yard line. It's another one of those things you got to watch for with Chance Thomas is he holds the ball out really loosely, and they're keeping the offense on the field. On 4th down from their own 30-yard line, Thomas trying to get him to jump offside, but it's going to be a well-coached team. I doubt they're going to jump here. Let's see if you think they're going for it here, Justin? Looks like they may. They're keeping the offense on the field. 4th down and 6. Thomas back to pass. He's in trouble. Rolls out to his left now. Taken down. No, he kept his feet. Steps up, throws it up for grabs. Caught! Oh, Reyes has it. Right past midfield. I'm not sure if they're going to count the catch. And no, he was out of bounds, so that's going to be incomplete. And El Medina is going to take over on downs deep in Western territory at their own 30-yard line. As Coach Davidson rolls the cubes there, typically Western's over almost 50% on their 4th down conversions, and that one just missed Reyes as Chance Thomas did a nice job escaping pressure, but El Medina's got it in business. 10-16 to go here in the 1st, no score.
Chance Thomas was able to scramble and then threw up a little raindrop, and it seemed like it was completed, but must have stepped out of bounds prior to making the catch.
Xavier Guest brings the offense onto the field. Ball's on the right hash at the Western 30-yard line. 1st and 10. Motion man goes to the right. Now he comes back to the left. Movement up front. Western looks like they jumped, and the official on the far side saying offsides against the Pioneers.
That's interesting. It looked like about 3 Western guys that jumped. I can't imagine what they seen down there. They would have them jump. You're watching the ball, right?
Apparently. For those of you listening in, we also have this game on Pioneer Press on YouTube, so you'll be able to catch a live view of this ball game as well. So thanks to Mr. Almeida and staff for getting this game underway. 2nd down and 5. Motion man comes from right to left. Guess. Hands off up the middle. Still on his feet. Dancer to the outside. He's at the 15. breaks to the out, keeps to the 10. He's at the 5. Inside the 5-yard line goes Brody Hitchens. And Brody Hitchens rips off almost 20 yards on that play.
And Malachi Alatorre comes up to make the tackle. A bunch of missed tackles there on that play. Get him to get loose. Took a good angle, almost had it to the end zone.
1st and goal. El Medina at the Western 3-yard line. Just underway here in the first. 2 receivers on either side of the formation. Motion man comes, makes it, trips to the right. Keeping it up the middle goes Guest, and he's in. Touchdown. Xavier Guest punches this one in. And as you said, Justin, he didn't really take a hit as he was running in traffic, using his feet and getting down low and not taking that big hit. And he punches that in for his 11th touchdown of the season.
Yeah, he fakes the option of the pitch to the running back and takes it in himself. He was only 3 yards out. Has a couple stutter steps before he goes in to avoid any type of big hits, and he's in there for his first touchdown tonight.
Ethan Sorensen on to try the extra point. Snap down, kick is up and in. So with 9:57 to go here in the first quarter, El Medina 7 and Western 0.
This will put some pressure on Western's offense here to really need to perform here in the second series as, we didn't make that fourth down conversion, and El Medina went out there on offense and just took care of business.
Well, that short field was cashed in right away as that gamble by the Pioneers went for naught. And that kind of sets the tone a little bit. It tells you that Western feels like an underdog here.
Yeah,
when you go and make that kind of a move, just starting the ball game.
Yep. I mean, that means that that's something you've talked about with the kids, and you've said, hey, we're up against it tonight, and we're going for it all, kitchen sink. So, I question the call a bit, but when you go in with the game plan, you don't, verge from that game plan. So if that's the game plan, we're running with it.
Sorensen, the left-footed kicker, on to boot this one away from right to left on this natural turf here at Handel Stadium. Left-footed kicker, boots it away. It's returnable. Rojas has it at the 15. Throws off to the side. Bunchy Young has it. He's at the 20. Down the left side he goes. Crosses the 30 and taken down right around the 32-yard line. That's where Western will take over for their second possession right at the 32-yard line.
Right about the 5 yards from the starting spot last series, it seems. And Western trying to get creative there and doing a backwards pitch or backwards throw there from Rojas, who caught the ball and then got it over to Bunchy Young. And Bunchy wasn't able to pick up any decent blocks there and only is able to get to the 32-yard line.
1st and 10. Alatorre offset to the right. Hand off to him. Up the middle he goes. Hard bit of running there by Alatorre as he gets right past the 35-yard line, picking up 4 on the first.
Well, that inside running game's key for Western to get everything else set up. So I like they're going to that to start the series.
It'll be interesting to see how the Pioneers use J.J. Amezcua now that Bunchy Young really asserted himself last week. Set up quickly. J.J. Amezcua, speak of the devil, gets it. Right side he goes, trying to get outside, and nothing doing. He'll lose a yard on the play.
Well, J.J. had a bunch of defenders there going after him, and he catches the wide receiver screen inside, has to take it outside. The one good thing for J.J. with having Bunchy on the other side, right, is you're not going to be able to double-team J.J.
No, but they've got a really good one guarding him. That's Samuel Jacket. He's a dude.
He's legit.
Handoff Alatorre, makes one-man miss, makes another miss, and tackled forward right near the 38-yard line. That's going to bring up a 4th down and 3. And I'm assuming Coach Davidson will keep his foot on the gas on this 4th down.
I wouldn't see why not.
Yeah, if you're going to go for it back there, why not here? It's not like you're surprising anybody. Bunchy Young comes off as they're bringing the heavy set in there. Alatorre, the deep man in the eye, with Taylor in front of him, off to the left. Yeah, I'm not sure who's guarding Bunchy on the far side, but you know that they're locking down J.J. Amezcua here. Alatorre gets it, and he's in trouble. He reverses field, got to pick up a block. He does. He's got to get outside, and he doesn't get there. And down he goes right at the 35-yard line. And again, another 4th down conversion that goes flat for the Pioneers, and El Medina's in great field position right at the Western 35-yard line.
Yeah, Malachi Alatorre had the sight, it looked like, and Chance Thomas didn't kind of get the memo that he was on the outside and Alatorre was going that way. Thomas stopped in his tracks, being a quarterback, right? Don't want to get hit probably, and that just ruined that end of that play for Malachi Alatorre.
Yeah, it seemed like he could have kept going on the outside, but didn't happen, and El Medina is in business again.
Now, I kind of wish that Giddens and Chance would get together and work on that snap count, because Giddens is really good at getting people to jump off sides, and Chance is just not believable when he does it.
1st and 10. Xavier Guest throws low and almost intercepted there. Isaiah Murphy almost picked that one up off the turf. Incomplete, 2nd down.
Isaiah Murphy, a new guy that we haven't got to see too much of earlier this season, Kent. I believe he was on a sit-out.
He was on with Bunchy, so him being back there makes add some more weapons out there on defense for the Pioneers. 2nd down and 10. Trips out to the left side. Hitchens off to the right of Guess. Guess back, sets up quickly, throws, complete. And tackle after a short gain. Out there was Jeremy Russell. That's going to bring up a 3rd down and 4 from the Western 29-yard line. Actually going to mark it right at the 30. 3rd down, and we'll make it 5 now. Clock continues to wind, 7:32 to go. Here in the first quarter, 7-0 El Medina.
Big play here for Western.
2 receivers off to the right side. Guest trying to get him to jump. Nothing doing. Western with a 4-man front. Blitz showing, now they back out of it. Guest quickly throws complete. Out enough for a 1st down. Hitting his leading receiver out there. Bobcat, he's making big plays right out the gate. Western quickly on the ball. 2nd down and 9. Thomas hands off. Alatorre's got it. There's the first down of the ball game for the Pioneers. Still on his feet. Breaks a tackle across the 40-yard line to the 45. 1st down, Western.
That's a great example there of using that offensive pace against the defense. Defense gets set up. Looks like a pass play the way that we're set up, and then we do a running back draw. Catches them off guard and gashes them for a good 20 yards.
1st and 10. Trips out to the left side. Now they even it up, so 2 on either side of the formation. Play action fake, set up quickly. Amesqua's got it right side. Another 1st down for the Western Pioneers as they get into Vanguard territory right at the 45-yard line.
And a great job there by Chance getting the ball out quick to J.J. Amesqua. Amesqua picking up, making one move on his cornerback and able to pick up the 1st down.
1st and 10 at El Medina's 44-yard line, 5:37 to go. Thomas rolls out to his left this time, squares the shoulder, throws complete. Rojas has it, and looks like he's going to be close to another 1st down as Western picks up some rhythm going right now.
That's what we're looking for.
And he ran out of bounds short of the sticks. They'll mark him at the 36-yard line, 2nd down and 1. Ball's on the left hash, Alatorre offset to the right. He gets it up the middle. He goes, following a blocker. Big hole on the left side. Makes one man miss another. Malachi Alatorre. Big run off the left side for another Western 1st down.
And Malachi Alatorre picking up a big block from Dejon Nesby, who is leading the way. And Alatorre had about one more guy to step over before he went into the end zone, and that last guy just got him by an ankle.
Well, that calls for a timeout by El Medina as Coach Mitchell wants to talk things over as Western started gashing him and got into some rhythm. This is like one of those rhythm timeouts you see in basketball.
Yeah.
Like you can't get going. And again, a heads-up play over there, or a heads-up call. We'll take this timeout quickly for a commercial from
Imagine a quiet escape. Since 1999, Lavish Skincare and Med Spa has been offering the best in corrective skincare, massage therapy, body treatments, full body waxing, yoni steam chair, bridal parties, corporate events, pamper party, and so much more. Located minutes from Western High School, go to fresha.com Lavish Skincare to get a list of all services, or give us a call at 562-461-0506. Imagine a quiet escape. Since 1999, Lavish Skincare and Med Spa has been offering the best in corrective skincare, massage therapy, body treatments, full body waxing, yoni steam chair, bridal parties, corporate events, pamper party, and so much more. Located minutes from Western High School, go to fresha.com Lavish Skincare to get a list of all services, or give us a call at 562-461-0506.
to the slot off to the left side.
Chance is looking for a new call from the sideline.
And both coaches, or a couple coaches, waving it in. Thomas back to pass, looks right, throws, looking for Amesqua. Got it! Touchdown! Western! J.J. Amesqua!
I'm still waiting for a referee call. Did I see anybody throw their hands up, Kent?
I did.
Okay, great. I was looking at the back ref on the back sideline. I'm saying, I don't want to make the call yet.
Yep.
But great job there. J.J. Amesqua making the reception. And if we could just get the memo over to our YouTube guys that it's actually 14-6 now, not 7-0 or 7-6.
We'll get the stats going later. Right now we got to get a few other things going. That was Amesqua's 13th touchdown of the season as Antonio Hernandez on to try the extra point out of the hold of Noah Giddens. Hernandez takes over the kicking duties from Kevin Arroyo. And for those of you for the first time seeing Antonio Hernandez, yeah, that is a kicker out there. He's the biggest guy in the field. There's got to be a movie that references like that.
He's got a special ability. If you've seen the video last week of his onside kick, it was money, Kent.
Snap down kick is up and about hits the scoreboard. So the score with 4:11 to go here in the first quarter, El Medina 14 and Western 7, and that touchdown is brought to you by Procon Development, a full-service general contracting firm that has facilitated construction projects throughout the United States for the past 27 years. Catch them on the web at www.procongc.com. Nice drive put together there by the Pioneers, where they got into a quick rhythm out the gate and were able to march the ball right down the field, and El Medina had no answers.
Yeah, no doubt, Kent. Once we got that rhythm going, it kind of put them on their heels a little bit, and it changed the game up a little bit for us. And I think a big part of that had to do with an amazing call there with the running back draw, which got them early and got us going.
Malachi Alatorre carrying the ball. Tuck did a running there up the middle and did a really nice job getting that through as, again, a very balanced drive there by Western. Well, Hernandez has the ball teed up in the middle of the field at the 40. And again, he's got the leg to boot this thing all the way to Knott's Berry Farm. Ball was dribbled, taken at the 20-yard line, outside to the 40. And he's tackled there, gang tackled there right at the 41-yard line, and that's where El Medina will start their third possession of the ball game. They lead 14-7. 4:03 to go here in the first quarter. Here comes El Medina. I believe that was Cooper Nagel on the return for El Medina. Guest trips receivers out to the left side. Hitchens offset to his right. Guest fakes it, keeps it himself, and up the middle he goes. He's averaging over 12 yards a carry this year as a quarterback. And when you have that many carries and you're leading the team in rushing, that says an awful lot about the kind of hay he's been able to make on the ground. Second down and 3, trips out to the left side. Rolling out is Guess who's left. It is complete. First down, Elmo.
And then that time just running the outs and finding a zone beater there. They are able to hit their wide receiver right along the sideline and pick up a pretty easy first down as Guess rolls out to the left and is able to find his guy against coverage.
First and 10, El Medina at the Western 45-yard line. Two receivers on either side of the formation. Hitchens goes in motion to the right, sets up, throws. Hitchens got it, and he's able to keep on his feet, still driving. Brody Hitchens caught the ball behind the line of scrimmage, hit right around 5 yards into the catch, and he's able to keep his feet driving for a first down.
And that time Mark Williams had him beyond the line of scrimmage, just took a bad angle and then had him again, and he was able to break the tackle. So we got to do a better job of tackling.
Guest rolls out to his left, throws over the middle, complete. And that's going to be, there's a flag coming in late. Let's see what this flag's all about. As they're going to get him, he's going to be just short of the first down, but let's just check out this flag as Deron Taylor was on the receiving end of that one. Looks like they're pointing at Western. So we got a personal foul against Western. So that will give him the first down.
Yeah, a little bit dramatic of a call. We're making a tackle on the sideline, and nobody went to the ground. Nobody got pushed. Nobody got hit after they were out of bounds, and there's a call there. So unless I missed something there.
Yeah, I think somebody got hit in the head. So I think that's what that flag was about. And you're right. Nothing on the sideline would seem to have warranted a flag unless we just missed the head slap. But, it looks like the official is pointing to the back of his head. So all that said, it's first and 10 Elmo. They've got it at the Western 13-yard line. 3:06 to go here in the first quarter, 14-7 El Medina, and they're on the move. Guest keeps it himself on a design run up the middle. He goes, and he's in. Breaks tackles along the way, and he's able to scoot in for another El Medina touchdown.
That's tough, Kent. That's a cheat code zone play. I call it a cheat code because he held the ball there for a second. He's got the option to do a few different things, throw it out right, take it himself. Well, he takes a few side steps, right, which is essentially setting him up to run the zone play, and the defense has to make a decision. So they clear out. He goes straight in for the touchdown, and very tough play to block there.
Well, Sorensen knocked through the extra point. Here's the thing that really shows up to me in that play there is, he's not a big guy. I mean, he's 160 pounds, and that's not really big, but he seems strong enough in the legs to be able to break multiple tackles on his way through.
He's got a good lean to him when he runs, right? And it's like if you're running and you hit a guy that's running straight up, they're going to take the brunt of the hit. But when you run and you got a good lean about you and you run forward, you see that's like, not like this guy's that size, but how hard is it to tackle Derrick Henry, right? He leans. He's got a lean about him. It's hard to get a good, clean tackle on those guys. And with his speed, if you notice, it's not like a long speed. It's a short speed. It's just like it's a quick fire. Like he just took 3 steps to the side, and then once he said go, it was like he was shot out of a rocket, right?
Yeah.
And makes it, especially as a linebacker and a D lineman, it's very hard to take care of that because, I mean, You're trying to read your guards. You're trying to go to where the play's going, and he's kind of Le'Veon Bell and holding that thing up for you. And until he makes a decision, you can't make a decision.
Ball's booted away, headed back for Medina.
And furthermore, when the offensive line knows he's going to run, right, and he makes it look like it's a pass play, it gives them the extra time to come pick you up on the block.
Yeah, yeah, all that. This is a unique quarterback. We haven't seen somebody like this in a very long time. I mean, I can't remember anybody like this.
I only can reference it because I played against Aaron Corp, who was similar in his ability, and it's very, very hard going against those quarterbacks who are, can throw, can run, and they're cerebral. Like,
yeah,
this kid loves football.
I mean, he doesn't take those big hits. Okay, Western's got it. 1st and 10, their own 20-yard line. Split backs. Thomas back to pass. He's got time. He's in trouble. Loses the ball. And I think Western got it. No flag. Official reached for a beanbag. Ended up throwing a flag. But Western jumped on it. That'll go down as another sack on Chance Thomas. He'll lose 5 on the play. 2nd and 15.
Just a little bit of a bad habit there where he's holding that ball, makes it real easy for people to come strip it out.
Yeah, he's really – I've seen him when he takes off the run. He's very loose with it. And that's stuff that's on film now. Thomas throws, the ball's batted down, incomplete. 3rd down. Third down and 15. Now, it's easy to be critical. He is a sophomore. So
he's just a sophomore. Right?
He's got.
It's very tough because he's very talented, and with the talented guys, man, it's hard sometimes. You got to be fair with them on both sides.
Yeah, you do. 3rd down and 15. Thomas trying to get him to jump. Nothing doing. As Medina with a 3-man front. I guess you would call this their nickel package on 3rd down and 15. Young goes in motion across the formation. Back to pass is Thomas. He's got time. Sets up, looking for Young, and throws this one into the Western bench. Actually, he was looking for Hayes on that one. Threw it into the Western bench. That's going to bring up a 4th down and 15. And Noah Giddens comes on, the punter, for the Pioneers. Jeremy Russell back deep, standing at the 50-yard line. Now he drifts back a little bit. It's Anthony Hernandez is on to kick this. What would be, that's about a 92-yard field goal. You don't see this too often. Hernandez boots this one away. It's returnable. It's bouncing, picked up there by Sorensen. Now he dropped it again. And, boy, taken down right at the 45-yard line.
It was effective.
It's very effective. You don't see too many 90-yard field goals being attempted, and that was pretty wild. But you get it. I mean, that's just, it's a live ball. Well, and actually it would be downed if, if the return man didn't pick it up. Just like a punt, I would assume. It wouldn't be a kickoff. It would be like a field goal. Okay, yeah, field goal. But the ball, it's not like the NFL where a missed field goal gets put back at the line of scrimmage. It's wherever the ball's down, which is very. I mean, what an effective way to do. What an effective way to kick a punt. I mean, that if it were a punt, there's no way it goes that far. And you're using the big leg of Anthony Hernandez. I love it.
He didn't even get a real leg on it either. He
didn't.
Half-kicked it.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Guess back to pass, sets up, throws, and it's complete. Now he dropped it.
And I say that because he's been used to doing kickoffs, so he's got more steps that he takes running towards that ball and kicking it a lot harder. Right now, he just did it as a, almost as a field goal.
Why?
He's getting adjusted. It's his first week doing field goals. He's getting adjusted to those steps.
It will go down as a field goal attempt, though. I mean, a 90-yard field goal attempt.
Not too many people can
no,
say
that was a 100-yard field goal attempt.
Yeah.
A 100-yard field goal attempt. Okay, Xavier Guess hands off. Breaking through is Hitchens. Hitchens almost broke that through and is going to be close to the first down. He'll be at Western 48-yard line, 3rd down and 2. You got to imagine this is going to be 4-down country as we're at 1:11 and counting here in the first quarter. 21-7 El Medina. And they're on the move again. Western's got no answers on defense so far. 3rd and 2. Gass sets up, throws complete. 1st down out to the right side. And he gets it down to the 35-yard line of Western. 1st down, El Medina.
I think the only adjustment is that on 3rd down and short, you got to go to man with those corners because we're giving them too much space. They're very good at playing the sticks, just like we are. So that guy gets open, throw the ball out real quick, two-step drop, get the ball out, and we're giving too much cushion at the cornerback position to be able to stop something like that on 3rd and 2.
First down at the 35-yard line, 29 seconds to go in the first quarter. Guess back, looking to his right, sets up and throws complete. Another 1st down as he's able to find the holes right in the Western defense. Connor Smith bringing that one in. Not sure if we're going to get another playoff before the end of the first quarter. And the trivia question. First down and 15. Clock's winding at 14 seconds to go. Guess has trip receivers off to the left side. And with 4 seconds, he's looking to the side. I think they're not gonna run this play, and that's the end of the first quarter. The score at the end of 1. El Medina 21 and Western 7. Time for the Pioneer shout-outs to the Davidson clan: Marcella, Josh, Elise, Lizzie, and Emily, Randy Bowser in Lakewood, Grandmaster Flash in Las Vegas, and to our remote sound tech, who also doubles as my lovely wife, Carmen. I want to thank our sponsors for tonight's game: Procron Development, One Pro Plumbing, Hansel Construction, Lavish Skincare, Elevate Health, and Kino's Restaurant in Anaheim Hills. Now, trivia question number 1. Who is the all-time leading rusher for the Pioneers? Make sure you go ahead and send that into Western Pioneer Football at gmail.com. I'm sorry, let's make that Western Pioneer Football at gmail.com.
A quick first quarter, a lot of offense going on, and Western's going to have to lock it down on defense if we want to make it happen, Kent.
Well, so far there hasn't been an answer by Jeremy Davidson's defense. So we'll see what we can do here as we start this second quarter. El Medina now going from left to right. 1st and 10 at the Western 15-yard line. Hitchens gets it right side. He goes. Stutter step through. He's at the 5 and actually could stop just short of the 1st down as he gets run out of bounds there. There's that stutter step running style, kind of like what Guess has been doing.
Yeah, he might have taken that from him or learned it from each other.
Either that or they got a running back coach that teaches it. Either that or Le'Veon Bell is actually the new running back coach over there at El Medina. Inquiring minds want to know. 2nd down and 1 at the Western 6-yard line. Fake to Hitchens, keeping his guess, sets up, throws complete, left side, easy touchdown. As Guess using his leg to spread out the defense and able to toss a real easy little dip out there to Cooper Nagel, and that's another El Medina touchdown.
Yeah, just tough position there for the outside backer to be in. He's got to decide if he's going to go at that quarterback and force him to throw the ball, or if he's going to stay in coverage, it's most likely the quarterback's going to take it down and run it into the end zone.
Sorensen out of the hold of Jesse Leslie. Snap down, it's up and good. And so with 11:46 to go here in the first half, El Medina 28 and Western 7.
And Kent, I'm going to need you to take over for 2 minutes. I'll be right back.
Okay. I can do that, I think. I'm not sure. Hard to do without a Justin Connolly. Okay. We'll see what Coach Davidson can pull out of the hat here, as he can get the offense got going here that last drive. We'll see what they can do here in this first drive of the second quarter. Deep for Western, Bunchy Young and Malachi Alatorre. So Western's got its toughest guys back there, best guys back there. But this kicker over here for El Medina, Cooper Nagel's taking over some of the kicking duties. He's able to put that ball into the end zone. On his last two kickoffs, as the left-footed kicker approaches the ball, booms it away. It's short and returnable. Rojas has it at the 15. Right side he goes to the 20. Actually, that's not Rojas. That's our backup quarterback out there, Noah Giddens. And Giddens is able to get it out to near the 30-yard line, 1st and 10. Let's see what Chance Thomas and company can do here on this beautiful night for football. Not so great. If you look up at the scoreboard, you're looking up at a 28-7 El Medina lead. Thomas sends out two receivers out to either side of the formation. Alatorre offset to the right. Motion man comes in motion. That's Bunchy Young. Back to pass as Thomas sets up, throws. Complete. Reyes has it. Takes a big hit. Helmet to helmet, and the flag comes flying in as Reyes took a big shot, is able to hold on to the football right at the 36-yard line. But they're going to tack on 15 more on that big hit, as he's going to come off to the sideline and check to make sure he's okay. Noah Inskeep comes into the ball game, replacing Reyes. Reyes looks like he's okay, no worse for the wear down on the sideline. And that 15-yard personal foul will move the ball into El Medina territory at their 49-yard line, as Western's first play will net them 21 yards. Inskeep in motion, comes across the formation. That's handed off to Alatorre. Stutter step, he's in trouble. Nothing doing as El Medina just collapsed on the Western offensive line. No gain as he got to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it. And they'll actually mark him back about a half a yard right at midfield. Second down, and we'll call it 10.5 there. Thomas back to pass, sets up, throws, complete. Rojas does a little toe tap as he goes out of bounds right at the 44-yard line. That'll bring up a 3rd down and 4 there as he gets it out to the 44-yard line. Thank you all for joining us here on MixLR and West and Pioneer Press. Alatorre gets it up the middle. He's got it. First down. First down right up the middle goes Malachi Alatorre. Tough bit of running as he's able to get across the 40 into the territory down to the 37-yard line. And, that was not Ruben Ortega or Jim Brown as the leading rusher. Chance Thomas gets the ball, gets to the outside, still on his feet. He lost the ball again. And I think, jumping on it was Western. one of the interior linemen is able to jump on it, but he's really holding the ball loose when he gets outside the pocket, Justin.
Yeah, that's a big no-no, big no-no.
Yeah, and you see it plenty. I mean, heck, I can see it, and what do I know? I'm not a coach. Handoff Alatorre again, gets around the corner, stiff arm, still on his feet, and gets out near just past the original line of scrimmage. That's going to bring up a 3rd down and 9. Here comes a late flag. We'll see what this is about. Dead ball foul came in, and they're going to get Western for something.
For a little shove.
Somebody took exception to the way Malachi Alatorre got, and now they're going to wave off the flag. There we go. Yeah, you know, Justin, you called it there. There wasn't really much of anything going on. And official says, "Nah, we're going to let him play. We're not going to be part of this ball game." 3rd down and 10. Ball's on the left hash mark. Thomas rolls out to his right. He's got time, sets up throws, and it misses Bunchy Young. Young had a 1st down. If he hits him, he was right at the 20-yard line. The ball sailed over his head. 4th down.
Yeah, the move, he's got the space to plant his feet. He needs to plant his feet before he throws the football. That helps that ball so that it doesn't sail, which is exactly what happened there. He was on the money, but the ball sailed. It was high for his receiver.
4th and 10. Western's keeping the offense on the field. There's a whistle blowing here. Let's see what this is about.
You notice who's back there?
That is,
That's
yeah, I do.
Xavier Guess.
I think Xavier thinks he got the ball. Either that or Xavier
He
Guess, a
was-
two-way guy.
Yeah, he was going back there to return. They
4th
thought they were
down.
kicking.
4th down and 10 from the El Medina 37-yard line. 9:59 to go. Here in the second quarter, 28-7 El Medina for those of you just joining us. Thomas sends Young in motion. Back to pass he goes. He's got time, steps into his throw, looking for Amezcua. Incomplete, knocked out of his hands. As Amezcua had a step and a nice bit of defense over there by Cooper Nagel, knocking it out of his hands, and El Medina will take over on downs.
You know, that's one of those opportunities you want back. Chance put it up there. It was a little bit tall for Mezco. Mezco jumped up to get the football, and as he jumped, kind of brought that separation that he had with that corner back together. Corner looked like he was able to get a hand in there and break it up, or it was just a drop pass, which is pretty rare for JJ.
Yeah, I think he had I think Nagel got his hand in there from this vantage point.
I think, you know, like, it's a good throw, but the guy's open. He's one-on-one. You got to lead him into the end zone, and you take away that opportunity. Much harder said than done. I mean, much harder done than said, I guess so.
Well, you got 4 inches on him, and, you know, to your point, you got 4 inches on the guy. You got to come down with it.
Yeah.
Well, Western looking for their first stop on defense as El Medina's got it again. Keeping its guess as he pulled it out, keeps on his feet. He's able to make 4 yards on that play where by rights he should have been taken down at the line of scrimmage. He just keeps it going.
He's tough to wrap up.
Yeah, you know, this is an impressive young man out there. UC Davis commit, Xavier Guess. You know, it's one thing to see guys do it on the 7-on-7 circuit, Justin, but, you know, to see it live, you know, how that actually transfers over to real football, it's something special. Throws out complete, first down. As he's right on the money. Again, this time Connor Smith, leading receiver, pulls that one in at the 49-yard line. It's almost like surgery, the way he's doing this.
Well, and they do a good job running the rest of the offense. So if you see there, the guard and the tackle pulled, it really made it look like it was going to be a run play, and then he throws it.
Guess rolls out to his left. He's got time, sets up, throws, and short, incomplete. It's one of the very few miscues you've seen from him as he kind of short-armed that one a bit.
Yeah, definitely. That's one of the harder throws to make on the field. He's rolling out from right to left, left-handed quarterback. You know, they started on the right hash, and as he reaches that other hash, he's trying to throw to the end. And like you said, he really short-hopped that ball. I don't think it came out the right way.
No, I mean, he was a good 3 yards short of the intended receiver there, and he had time. 2nd down and 10. Empty backfield this time. Three receivers off to the left side. Guess trying to get him to jump. Now Medina traveled pretty well for a visiting program. They fill their stands up here on a Thursday night. Straight back he goes. His guess sets complete out to the right side to Hitchens, and he's going to be close to a first down, maybe just short depending on the spot. And that'll bring up a very makeable 3rd down and 1. You know, Justin, if you put on your defensive coordinator's hat, what are you doing here? What do you do here how do you keep these guys from continuing to keep rolling?
Well, I wouldn't be too heavy on blitzing right now. It's more about the base defense.
Hitchens keeps it right side, 1st down and more. Hitchens down the sideline, 1 man to beat. Stutter steps, headed for pay dirt. He's in. Brody Hitchens takes it in, and he's in for another touchdown for El Medina. And Western has no answers on defense.
Yeah, and I made the wrong call there because we didn't bring a blitz, and they ended up scoring. So, I don't know, Ken. This is one of those unique offenses to try to figure out, and it's not something I could just call off the top of my head and say what I would do. It would take it would take the whole weeks of preparation because you're dealing with a pretty good team here in El Medina. Obviously, they're executing very well here tonight.
Wait, you're not an armchair defensive coordinator?
No, not at all.
I promise you, there's a few down there in the stands that are saying,
I
God,
guarantee
if it were me, I would do this, right? Yeah. Sorensen bangs that one through. With 8:11 to go here in the first half, El Medina making this a laugher, 35-7. And there is no answers on defense. My gosh. I think I was sharing earlier with you, Justin, off the air that I did a little bit of a spreadsheet bit of how the playoffs would go, how these teams are actually stacking up right now. And El Medina and Tustin are virtually tied at the top in terms of CalPreps rating. Separate, they're not even. They're basically dead heat. Well, they would be in Division III, and if you recall, Los Alamitos when they played, the first game of the year, that's a Division II team, and there's a huge separation between a Division II and Division. Right now Western would be a Division VI team in the playoffs.
Yeah,
so there's a huge amount of difference here. As this ball's booted away, taken at the 20-yard line. He's at the 30-yard line. Try to get outside goes Hayes, and he gets to the 30-yard line. That's it.
Modena does a good job on special teams and tackling in general, and sometimes that's a difference too of divisions, right? Is like El Medina's sitting here with probably a good 30% more players than Western, and they're able to be a bit more effective tonight in their tackling and whatnot. Not due to the number of players, could be a small part of it, but obviously just playing at a little bit of a higher level, and I'm sure that experience against Trabuco last week helped them too, build their confidence, right, winning that game 30-7. Trabuco perennially a pretty good program, and El Medina's coming up, rising up, so that was a big win for them, and they're playing very confident right now, especially on offense, but also on defense.
This is a very experienced team, very senior laden, especially with their three-headed monster there on offense. Quickly out, Bunchy Young's got it, and he's going backwards. Nothing doing as Young will lose a couple on that play.
That's not my favorite play because it's running a wide receiver screen to the small side of the field.
and he'll run out of bounds. Looks like he fell down out there. Here comes Flags late. He got a little bit of a push as he ran out of bounds right at the 48, and he'll get another 15 as El Medina pushed him over into the El Medina bench, and officials jumped on that one. 2 flags flying.
Yeah, that looks like Brody Hitchens, who's obviously a very fiery type of player who just got a contact on the quarterback a little bit too late over there.
Can't get things going. You're right. That pass out to the basically the wide receiver screen doesn't have a whole lot of room there to make anything happen, and he's not able to break the tackles.
You're doing that play to try to get that one-on-one matchup between the wide receiver and the corner. When you have a linebacker who's coming out there and just blowing the play up anyways, it kind of defeats the purpose, right? And you're giving the linebacker the ability to do that when you run it to the boundary side of the field, which is the short side of the field. It shortens the space that it takes for that linebacker to cover.
2nd and 13. Thomas has time, sets up throws, too tall, trying to hit Bunchy Young again. He had time, but he airmailed that one a little bit.
Yeah, and he's really right now focusing heavily on the left side of the field, and he's leaving all of his space out there to the right where he's getting his one-on-one matchup with JJ. It's nothing. He's not looking that way, Kent.
3rd down and 12. Thomas, now he looks to his right, dances in the pocket, sets up, throws, looking for, in and out of the hands of Rojas, but a flag came in, and looks like they're going to get El Medina for pass interference as he got a hand in there. And that was just enough to distract it, but the ball still got through to Rojas, but Western's going to get bailed out on this pass interference.
Now Logan Honicle coming over top, number 22 for El Medina, and trying to make a play. He got there a bit early, and the PI was called on him.
That ball, the timing was off as that ball was just up there. It was fluttering. It wasn't really a crisp pass. Thomas's pass is, it's like his feet aren't set underneath him. He's not.
It's starting the ball from the same place too, right? That's why you see professional quarterbacks hold the ball up, because they're starting from the same place every time, getting consistent throw. Like golfing, you got to start from the same stance.
Thomas looks left, looking for Rojas, got a step, and overthrown, incomplete.
Yeah, Rojas got to lay out for that football. That's a catch.
I'm afraid even if he catches it, I think it's ball's out of the end zone. So you're right, though.
No, Ken, I think he's in. You watch that one back. If he lays out for that football, he's getting his knees down. He's in. That ball landed in the end zone. It landed in the end zone.
It's time.
Got to catch that ball.
It's time for some instant replay up here.
And he had this. He had the break. He had the speed. He just didn't lay out for it. He didn't dive.
2nd down and 10. 5:31 to go here in the first half. 35-7 El Medina. Trips out to the right side this time as Thomas rolls to his right. Looks like there's some holding going on as Thomas loose with the ball again and throws it too high, intended out there for Alatorre. Boy, that avoided a disaster again.
Thomas was able to stiff arm one of the defensive line off of him after falling back about 10 yards from the line of scrimmage and avoiding a disastrous play.
3rd down and 10. Clock is stopped at 5:20 to go. And they're right at the 26-yard line. All it takes is a little bit to kind of, turn the tide a bit. Trips out to the right side. Thomas back to pass. He's in trouble. Steps away from pressure. Is able to step away from another sack. Loses the ball. Gets knocked out of bounds. As coming in to strip the ball was Alex Leonard, the linebacker, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Yeah, I promise you, every team in the league is going to watch the ball security thing.
He's so unfazed by it when it comes out of his hand. I mean, it doesn't register to me. It's like.
In 7-on-7, you can't recover a fumble, right?
Yeah.
Okay, well, maybe that's part of it. Yeah, but he's got to handle his ball a little bit better. 4th down and 10. Thomas rolls to his right. Blitz coming. Sets up, throws, and it's complete. 1st down, Western. J.J. Amesqua sliding down for the reception. Great job out there by Amesqua. And that's a first down for Western. They needed that one.
A beautiful throw by Chance Thomas. That's one of those throws that not an easy throw to make, and he makes it look easy.
Taylor comes into the game, replacing Rojas, as Western goes bigger in the backfield. Single coverages on the receivers on the outside, Bunchy Young. He's covered out there by Xavier Guess, the quarterback. So you've got some pretty good recovery guys on their on the top two receivers for the Pioneers. Thomas sets up throws, too tall. He hit Bunchy in the hands, but he wasn't able to come up with it. Second down.
Bunchy made a great move inside. He was able to create the separation he needed, and he drove out first to sell another route, and then got his slant going. Chance puts the heat on it. Bunchy's just not able to come up with that reception, and that would have been a nice one to go against Xavier Guess and get into the end zone. We'll see if they go run it right back.
Yeah, that was right on the hands. Incomplete. Guess is pressuring him here. And what do we got here? Oh, Bunchy's got to come off. I guess there's a equipment issue as Rojas comes in. Guess was up there. He was playing him tight. You could tell he was right on him. Wasn't going to let him make that move again. Thomas hands off. Alatorre's got it. Running over a man. Still on his feet. He's in. Touchdown. Malachi Alatorre.
And Malachi Alatorre just absolutely demolishing a defender on his way in and showing why he's the heart of the Western Pioneers and giving the Pioneers back some momentum there. It's a great inspired run by Malachi Alatorre.
What a run by Malachi Alatorre. Kept his feet going, took a big shot at the 5, and drove in for the Pioneer touchdown. Now, a flag came in late after the touchdown, and they're going to get unsportsmanlike conduct against Western. I think Malachi has had something to say to the Elmo defender who actually tackled him in the end zone.
Late in the end zone.
Yeah, and he had something to say about it, which I'm surprised that they wouldn't at least make that an offsetting bit. But they're going to move Western back 15 yards on the ensuing kickoff.
Yeah, Malachi got away with a little shove earlier. They picked up the flag. That might just be the little warning to him that we're not going to do that again.
As Hernandez tacks on the extra point. So with 4:49 to go here in the first half, Western trailing 14-35. And that touchdown was brought to you by Procon Development, full-service general contracting firm that's facilitated construction projects throughout the United States for the past 27 years. Be sure to catch them on the web at www.procongc.com. That was another nice drive set up by that big fourth down conversion to J.J. Amesqua and capped off by a very spirited Malachi Alatorre touchdown run.
Hey, you got to love the way this Western team fights. Got a lot of talent. A lot of teams being down 35-7 would roll it up for the night, right? And Western's out there fighting and still running a proper offense. And, we'd still love to see our defense get out there and get a stop. Obviously going against a really good offense, and we've struggled a bit this year on defense. That might have something to do with how many guys are going both ways. They run real hard on offense, real hard on defense, and it's something I have to take with a grain of salt, right? Because when I'm going at a guy like Rojas for not laying out, I can't judge the guy. I mean, he's playing both ways, right?
Yeah.
So I'd love for him to lay out and try to make that touchdown, right? But it's the first thing I thought after I said it was, man, that guy's he's on the field, all night, and this is something, interesting with Western that's not expected of you at other schools. But here, if you're a solid guy, the best 11 are going to play. That's what I'll say, and that's what's happening here. And no doubt that Western always fights. There's no doubt in that.
Well, Hernandez has the ball teed up at the 25-yard line after the 15-yarder as he kicks a short kick off to the side, and it goes out of bounds. And it goes out of bounds right at the 30. They're going to mark him right at the 35-yard line. And now they're going to move him at the 38. Now, the question I got is, so being an out-of-bounds kick, is there a penalty? And if so, where do you mark it from?
Interesting. I'm not sure.
Justin, I thought you knew all this stuff.
Oh, man. You know, I seen him kick last week from him that was a roller. He put it on the ground and popped straight up. One of our guys got it. That's the one you want to go with. The soccer guy is really good at kicking, you know?
I just wanted to see him kick it into the end zone from the 25. I mean, heck, if he's lining up for a 100-yard field goal, why not? Why not be able to kick it into the end zone? Okay, well, after the penalty, they'll move the ball right at midfield. Medina's got 4:49 to punch this one in. Western's had no answers on defense so far tonight. Guess keeps it himself. Hitting the backfield, breaks a tackle, breaks another tackle, still on his feet, breaks a third tackle and a fourth tackle, all the way down to the Western 31-yard line. Xavier Guess. That guy's worth the price of admission.
Oh, he's electrifying, no doubt.
My. For as many tackles as this guy can break, it's just impressive. He's 160 pounds. It's not like it's not like he's Cam Newton. Rolls out to his left. He's got time. Now he runs back the other way. Hitting the backfield. Still on his feet. Still on his feet. Now Latore finally brings him down. And he'll lose a yard of the play. That'll go down as a sack. That might be the first sack of the season for his kid. Oh, my.
He's tough to get a hold on, and he's slippery. And I'll tell you what, he might not be Cam Newton, but the guy's got a heart like Cam Newton, you know? He thinks he is. He thinks he's that size.
God.
Definitely got like a shiftiness of kind of a Michael Vick, and being left-handed and that shifty, it reminds me of Michael Vick a little bit.
There you go. Maybe without the dogs. 2nd down and 12. Back to pass he goes. He's got time. He's in the pocket. He's still in the pocket. He broke out of that somehow. He's got all day to throw. Alatore's running after him again. He missed him. Now he's rolling. He's directing traffic. Throws. Western is complete. Down to the 10. Down to the 5. He goes. Oh, my. Again, he must have had, I don't know how much time he had, but Jeremy Russell finally hauls that one in. He had to have, 7-8 seconds back there running around.
8 seconds.
That might be the longest I've seen. And, he disappeared back behind the offensive line. Couldn't even see him for a bit. And he's able to escape that, still keep his eyes downfield, direct traffic, and you can't expect the Western secondary to cover for 7 seconds. They tell you cover all day or cover forever, whatever the term is.
Not easy.
Wow, not that long. 1st and goal, Medina at the 5-yard line. Guess. 2 receivers on either side of the formation. Sets up, stays in the back, throws in the back part of the end zone, and it's incomplete, knocked away out there by Reyes.
That's a great job staying with that play. Reyes is able to get his hand up and knock that ball out late. It looked like the receiver had the catch, and Reyes gets it out. It's a good effort play there for Western.
2nd and goal. Let's see if Western can get a stop. Haven't had one so far. 5 drives for Medina, 5 touchdowns. Now, some of those drives were set up by very short fields, and there's a timeout on the field. We're going to take a quick timeout here with a word from Procon. Procon, our main sponsor.
Procon Development is a full-service general contracting firm that has established itself as a premier partner to several commercial and industrial businesses. Our company has proudly managed and facilitated construction projects throughout the United States for the past 27 years. No job is too big or too small for us. We pride ourselves on our dedication to a happy customer, attention to detail, honest pricing, quick turnarounds, and a superior quality, all of which provide our clients with a hassle-free experience. Procon Development is licensed, bonded, and insured to meet the requirements of any project. Procon has experience in the refinery industry since 1988. We are the ISN Net World qualified, and our team is trained on all safety requirements, work permits, JHAs, monitoring devices, etc. Catch us at the web at procongc.com. Procon Development is a full...
Empty backfield this time for Guess. He looks to his right, sets up, throws too tall. No, he's able to haul that one in. It looked like it was going well over the head of the intended receiver. But Samuel Jackett was able to pull that one in for another Medina touchdown.
That was a work of beauty right there, Kent. It was almost like an out route on the back line of the end zone, and right when he broke out, Xavier threw that football. Looked to me like he caught the football and stepped out, but the refs got a much better view of it than I do. So he must have got that first foot in and then stepped out.
Well, actually, all you need is 1 foot. And
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
but it looked to me like he caught that ball out of bounds, but it's very tough to see from here.
Yeah, I didn't think he was going to come down with it, but he did. And extra point is up and good. So with 2:36 to go here in the first half, Medina 42 and Western 14. And Western still looking for its first stop on defense. Before we get too far along here, got to thank our technical our technical guy here up in the booth providing all the graphics for tonight's ball game, Angel Vargas, and the advisor, Mr. Brady Hoffman. Thank you so much for helping provide a visual account of this ball game on the Pioneer Press station or YouTube channel. Pioneer Press YouTube channel, right? Yeah, I got it right. Can't do it without the student help, and they're doing an outstanding job here at Western High School. What a program they got going. The media department there run by Mr. Adrian Almeida. It's pretty special to see. Well, okay. Western's able to put together a drive on the last possession. It's almost like Western can't afford not to score every time they touch the ball.
Yeah, at this point in the game, more than definitely can't.
Well, Cal Preps had this game as an El Medina 48-31 ball game, but I think that it might be a little bit more than that, the way these things are going. And you know, there's been some good offenses before, but this one's a pretty special one that I've seen, and there's really no answer so far. Line drive kick returnable, taken by Hayes. He's at the 15-yard line, the 20, the right side he goes. He's at the 30, still on his feet, crossed the 35-yard line. Makai Hayes, one of the first times we've called his name tonight.
Actually, a very nice catch there. Bit of an off-boot type of kick. That thing came in like a line drive, and Makai's not the return guy back there, but he is basically third up. So ball comes towards him and, decides to catch the football, take off with it. It was actually a nice catch where he was coming from. It was a pretty interesting little ordeal there.
Yeah, you can tell he's an athlete with the hands he's got there.
Yeah, no doubt.
Okay, 1st and 10. Handoff, Alatorre. Trying to get the right side, nothing doing as El Medina just clamped down right at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a yard on the play for Malachi Alatorre. Clock's winding. 2:13 to go in the first half. Trips out to the left side. Thomas rolls out to his left. Sets up, throws, and incomplete. It's handed out there for Noah Inskeep. And that'll bring up a 2nd down. Make that a 3rd down and 9.
Yeah, and that time Thomas just missed. His guy, Bunchy Young, was wide open in the center of the field. Everybody went Inskeep's way, and Bunchy was wide open.
Yeah, I don't see Xavier Guess out there this time.
No, I'm guessing that's not an all-the-time thing.
Yeah, I think that's just when you get in a goal-type situation and you need a stop, you're going to put your best athlete out on the field. And that's the best athlete on the field.
Yeah, no doubt.
3rd down and 9. El Medina showing blitz. Here they come. Thomas throws incomplete, wide of J.J. Amezcua.
Amezcua fell down on his route. He wasn't able to get up and make that reception.
I think he would have been short of the 1st down anyway, as that route was a 5-yard type route.
Yeah, all 3 of those receivers ran hitches.
Well, what's going to be setting up for let's see, that's a 82-yard field goal attempt by Adrian Hernandez. It's funny, he's going to go down the stats. I'm missing all these field goals.
Well, he's taking the exact field goal steps too, but I swear he could just walk back as far as he wants.
And he booms this one over the head of the return
perfect.
man. That thing's headed towards the end zone. And it's going to die at the 1. He picks it up the 1. He's at the 10. Down to the right side he goes across the 20, hit out of bounds right at the 25-yard line. Oh, my. This is a new weapon.
Yeah, you might see more teams using this.
Yeah,
something that I seen on social media last week, and it might be something that we're picking up from that. Was there like a change in rules specifically this year or something, Ken?
I don't think so. I just think it's one of the things that somebody figured out somewhere along the way that in high school, it's not like, even though it's a field goal attempt, it does not go back. Doesn't go back to the line of scrimmage. So a missed field goal, which is what that is.
Doesn't really hurt you.
No, it doesn't at all. I mean, and if you can kick that ball over the head of the return man like he did there,
yeah.
My. I mean, the ball just would have rolled forever.
So in the case that it goes into the end zone,
it would have been a touchback.
Touchback. Okay.
Yeah, it would have been a touchback. Now, it's not a live ball, so let's say the El Medina guy doesn't return it. It's down like would be a punt. It's down like a punt.
Okay. Once the ball touches him like he did that first time, it would be a live ball.
Yeah, it's a live ball, exactly. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. Guess looks left. Caught pass complete out to the right side.
Yeah,
that's out to his primary receiver out there, Connor Smith.
We're a bit confused in coverage there. We had got away with one there. We had a cornerback and an outside backer stayed at the same area. Meanwhile, one receiver went vertical, one receiver with the short route, but Guess just missed that guy who went vertical. He had nobody on him.
2nd down and 2, minute 46 to go. And Medina trying to add to their 28-point lead here.
Not quite sure what the holdup is here.
Well, looks like they figured it out. 2nd down and 2 at the Elmo 34-yard line. It's actually the worst field position so far of the night. Ball's thrown incomplete. That one went right in between the receivers, as you were talking about, Justin.
And we didn't have an eye on it on defense. Might have been an interception.
3rd down and 3. A lot of teams look for their first down at some point. Now we're talking about looking for their first stop of the night. Defensive unit sorely needs it tonight, and they need it right here and right now. They're down and 2, minute 41 to go. Hitchens roll out to the left side, keeping his guess. He's got room. He's got a big gap. He's at midfield and more. It's being held down by the jersey as he gets out, across to the 40-yard line, down to the 30, we'll call it the Western 37-yard line, and he got down there in a hurry.
Yeah, he did, and it's the stutter step in the pocket, right? Like he's just walking up in the pocket, stutter stepping. Got Alatorre back there who's spying, right? Playing pretty much one-on-one in the whole D-line. So you put a lot of trust and love in Malachi Alatorre, and that time he wasn't able to make the heads-up tackle against the quarterback, and he broke one.
Empty backfield again, 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line of Western. Minute 31 to go here in the first half. Guess looking over to the sideline as El Medina. Looks like they changed the play. Hitchens sets up behind and off to the left of Guess. Trips off to the left side this time. Hitchens goes in motion. Fake throws complete out to the left side. And nothing doing a nice job there out on defense is J.J. Amezcua, stopping it for no gain. Actually, he'll lose a yard on the play. Those are those wide receiver screens you really love, Justin.
Amezcua and Aiden Luna getting together there.
Clock winds, minute 10 to go. 2nd down and 11. Guess looking to his left. He's got time. Pumps, comes back, throws. The ball's low. And I believe it was caught. Officials coming to mark it like he caught it. And, well, I can't say it. Too bad we don't have instant replay, but yeah.
That's just a referee in bad position right there, not able to make the call.
Yeah, somebody could have overridden him. 3rd down and 1. 37 seconds to go. Modena back to pass. That's Xavier. Oh, he breaks a tackle. He could have been sacked. Should have been sacked. Now he rolls out to his left. 1st down. He goes. As you know, you had him back there, and it looked like the defender stayed on the ground instead of getting back up.
That's what I was just going to say. If he gets right back up with his motor, he makes that sack.
Right.
because Guest ran right into him. He was just on the ground chilling.
He was chilling?
He was chilling.
He was chilling, okay.
Puppy dog play. You got to be a big dog. Get up. You know that motor, baby.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line, 26 seconds to go. Western desperately looking for a stop here. Guest looks to his left, pumps, throws, complete, and being pushed, but he should be the clock should continue to run as he did not get out of bounds. They'll stop the clock to move the chains, but I would imagine the official is going to wind it because his forward progress was stopped in the field of play. At least in the NFL, that clock would wind on when they stepped the ball ready for play, and they didn't. 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line, 18 seconds to go. Guest looks right, now he looks left, now he looks left again. Breaks away from one tackle, gets back up. He's got time, runs out of bounds. 7 seconds to go.
It's a good lesson right there, Kent. You see when the quarterback stays steady in his line side of vision and keeps his feet planted, even when somebody tries to wrap you up low, it's easy to get those feet out, right? When you're spicy feet everywhere, it's a lot easier to be tackled.
Yeah.
Right? Strong base, you're able to keep the play going. Xavier does a great job of resetting his base, moves his feet, resets his base.
He must have incredibly strong legs. I mean, for him to break that many tackles, and it's not like he's just breaking high tackles, he's breaking low tackles.
All the time, yep.
It's just, I've not seen anybody like this in high school. I mean, I've seen a lot of good quarterbacks, but nobody really like this guy. 7 seconds to go at the 14-yard line. Gas back to pass. Looking over the middle. Now he comes back to the left. Throws and incomplete over the head of the intended receiver. And 0-0 on the scoreboard. And I don't see the official saying that's the half. The clock says 0-0. Western's headed for the sidelines. And the official finally says it's halftime. And Western got his first stop of the half. Right as time expired, we'll take it. So the score at halftime, Western 42. El Medina 42 and Western 14. Just any first half thoughts here before we get to some of our commercials here?
Oh, boy, I feel like we had a whole game already, Kent. There's so much offense going on, so many plays ran in one game. I mean, just a game like this where you got two very speedy offenses getting to the ball real quick. Something was brought up to me the other day in the recruiting game, right? With how good of our players are, we're trying to talk to some people and get them out. And, most guys come out and they play 80 or 90 plays, on a high-speed offense. Some guys come out on a running type of offense and they might play 55 snaps that game, right? Most of these kids that you're seeing on this field that are playing offense and defense and special teams are getting roughly 250 snaps.
Isn't that amazing?
And I would imagine tonight it's increased.
Yeah. Because
you got Xavier Guest and El Modena who are going quick on the ball. Let's go. So the reason why that half feels like a whole game is because, yes, that was the amount of plays ran in a whole game by two typical running teams, right?
Right.
And at the end of the day, we are conditioned for it. We're ready to go. It was a very exciting first half. Wish we could have stayed a little bit closer, but, you got to go in there and see what you can correct in the second half to make some stops and keep your offense, you want the offense to get back out there and score. Defense has got to hold hold the water for the offense at times as well, and we just haven't been able to do that tonight yet.
Okay, so here we are at halftime. We're going to go ahead now and move to some commercials from our sponsors. Be sure to check back here in the second half as we got about 14 minutes to go till we come back, but we'll be back before then to give some scores here on this Thursday night broadcast.
lollygagging in the hole is nuts to me, right? But it works, and it's hard. Now guys like, choose which way you're gonna go, start to shoot, you know?
Buckle up and get ready for a ride like no other. As the Western High School Pioneer Regiment presents their 2024 field show, Speedway. Tonight's show will take you trackside, immersing you in the adrenaline fueled world of baseball. Field rushes will simulate the roar of engines, the intensity of sector orders, and the thrill of driving. Soloist for tonight's performance on the bugle horn is Salvatore Veltri. Put your hands together, rev your imagination, and get ready to experience the pulse, pounding excitement of Speedway, presented by the Western High School Pioneer Regiment.
And we are back here live at halftime here at the Kansas Stadium. Again, a very gorgeous night for football as the band is on the field there.
It's not homecoming, right? No, it's not homecoming.
I'm not
They got a nice skit going on here. Looks like a speedway type of skit, but again, it's the band here for the Western Pioneers.
I hope they can pull this one together because I'm looking at a speedway with 4 finish lines, Kent. Most speedways have 1 finish line.
Well, no, this is yeah. Well, yeah, it's an optical illusion. That's what this is out here. Well, we will have another trivia question as the trivia question answer for who was the all-time leading rusher for the Pioneers. It was Devontae Merrifield with 4,015 yards from 2002 to 2004. Devontae Merrifield is the all-time leading carrier for the Western Pioneers. So we will have the second trivia question here shortly. Well, Justin, do you have any scores out there with any other games going on here on a Thursday night?
No, I don't think there's anything going on in our league specifically.
So it's just us, huh?
Looks like it's just us. Let's see here right now.
Some big things going on here in Orange County football. There's always, we're getting close to the time of year where we talk about CIF playoffs and seedings and what division you're going to be in. There's not, even though Cal Prep's had a little bit of a glitch last week where we're thinking they may be going away, they're able to pull it together and figure it out and come back. So we're able to go ahead and continue to use Cal Preps as we had all along. Well, this time, what's going on is you've got these teams that normally would be in much tougher situations for they're now currently in a lot tougher situations for their playoff seedings. As what'll happen this year, because Western now is in a higher league, they're actually going to, even though they may win or they'll win or lose some of these ball games, they're going to actually climb a little bit in their playoff seedings as compared to, or their power rating, as what was happening in years past when everybody they played in their league was kind of like playing Anaheim. It was they were supposed to win by 40 points. They ended up winning by 50 every single. They averaged winning by 50 points a game throughout their Orange League tenure. Well, now being here in this in the new Delta League, every league is competitive. So then now you're going to keep teams kind of close to where they were or go up a little bit. You won't have those great big movements like you had in the past. Well, I think what's going to happen there for Western is right now they're looking at potentially a Division 6 spot if the season were to end today. And again, assuming they make the playoffs as an at-large team. They've got to get they don't necessarily have to have 5 wins, and that's the criteria to be an at-large team, assuming that things go according to the way they seem to be shaking out so far, with El Medina and Tustin being the top 2 teams in the Delta League. You can't hand them the crown yet, but sure seems like the big showdown is going to be happening next week.
Yeah, very much so. I think Tustin's got a little bit different style of football. They like to run a lot, some bigger backs, some bigger quarterbacks. Probably the heaviest backfield set in all Southern California. I think 600 pounds altogether between those guys back there. And Tustin likes to run the football. But as we've seen, Xavier Guest is something special. they're going to have a lot to figure out. I've been very impressed as well by Brody Hitchens, and then obviously Samuel Jackett. He's a guy as well. And I think going back to what you said about the league, Kent, it looks like we're looking up at the top of the league right now, right? Clearly how this game is going, but you reset this league next year, the Delta League again, and you have a whole nother result because the guess Xavier's gone, this guy's gone, that guy's gone. The fact that these leagues are closer together, though we might see an outcome tonight that might be a 25, 28, or 30-point score game, at the end of the day, next year when Western goes to play and they bring back Bunchy and Chance and these guys, they may be looking closer to the top of the field, right? And a team like Cypress who's struggling, I'm not too sure where their age, how many senior lead they have and whatnot. We'll see down the line. But there's going to be teams who are at the bottom of the league one year and the next year they're at the top of the league just by process of class. And the fact that the separation got crunched up together and that you played at this team last year rather than maybe in the past times you had a team, like when I played on a team, it wasn't solid one year, then it was solid the next, and you have a hard time getting over the best of the best teams because you got your butt whooped so bad the year before and the gap was so big that even if you have the better team the next year, sometimes it's hard to make up that gap. You have a mental thing going on, right? Being long-winded here, but I think that it brings, year in and year out more competitiveness to football. I don't think there's any good at all whooping somebody's butt by 50 points and hanging it up at half. It's just not a real sport or a real game when you do that. It is, but it isn't, right? It's not what we play the game for. This game is, even though it seems to be out of reach, it's still a very competitive game.
Absolutely. You don't have that huge mismatch. You'll have, but you don't.
It's not Western versus Anaheim like we saw that, where they just can't get anything going on offense, right?
Correct. It's not. You're right.
Both
It's
teams are getting stuff
non-competitive.
going, yeah.
You got a team that's clearly better than the other tonight with Medina. Their offensive players they're just tough to stop, and that's I would say that's okay. You got a team that's better than that. You don't have situations where you're just so much better than everybody else in the league that it's not even fun. I'll give you an example. Even today's the freshman game just ended earlier before this game started. Incredibly tight ball game that Medina ended up winning on a 40-yard field goal at the freshman level with as time expired to take the win. It's just one of those heartbreakers there for the Pioneers. And
you're leaving out the fact from what I heard is that the freshman team was down. They went down and scored, and then they were down 27-26. We went for two, got the two, so we went up.
Right,
And
exactly.
And then the other freshman team came down the field and was able to set themselves up in field goal position with basically a late hook and ladder, right?
Exactly.
Freshman 101 play that every freshman team has to have, the hook and ladder.
Well, but then to cap it off, when do you ever hear about a freshman hitting a 40-yard field goal to win the ball game? It was just one of those.
Usually your legs aren't developed that well yet.
No way, and he made it with a good 5 yards to spare. I was able to see it from the top of the press box here, looking back down on the practice field over there, and wow, it was incredible. It was really exciting. I mean, that's probably as exciting as I've seen a freshman game be. Since we've been here at Western, but again, it just shows how tight these programs are. It's not blowout city, and I really think whoever came up with the idea of getting teams grouped together like this, I think they got it right. I mean, now it's usually the people who put things together. They catch, they take all kinds of spears.
The guys that sat there and listened to you guys tell them how to do it for years, and this would be very much more competitive equity.
Nah, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't pat myself on the back.
Oh, I mean, even
thanks for the pat on the back, though.
Even a deaf man learns how to read lips sooner or later. That's how I feel about CIF.
Yeah, well, believe it or not, it really wasn't a CIF thing. It's it's not. That's the thing that I wasn't aware of. It's an Orange County thing. So there's an association of Orange County leagues, and that association is what came up with this idea. That's why it's only Orange County teams that did this. Now, those guys coming up with the names, I thought that was a bust. You know, I can't even. I can't.
What should we
I
name
can't
the
sign
league?
off on. Why not just call it League 1, 2, 3? I mean,
Yeah.
Alpha, Beta, or not? Yeah, not even Alpha, Beta. Alpha, Bravo, Delta.
Yeah.
Like, come on. I mean,
They
you didn't
literally
even,
made like it wasn't even. I was saying last week like it was a Greek alphabet. It's partially, but they just made call names. It's like being in the military, right? And you're making a call. With, you know, Alpha, Bravo, A, B. It's
Right.
literally call names. Like it just makes no sense.
Foxtrot, right?
Yeah, like what?
Yeah, you're right. It's you got partial Greek, partial military. Like, what?
Who came up with this?
Exactly. Wait, you guys got to do better than that. That's
And like, how is this the one that like we came up with the idea and like we were like, yeah, let's decide on this. This is great.
right. I mean, you just
It
like
literally takes and wipes away the history of.
right. You got the Orange League, which has been around almost 100 years. The Sunset League, has
And
been
you
around
could have
80s.
kept all of those
Absolutely.
and interchanged teams, and it really.
Full-service general contracting firm that has established itself as a premier partner to several commercial and industrial businesses. Our company has proudly managed and facilitated construction projects throughout the United States for the past 27 years. No job is too big or too small for us. We pride ourselves on our dedication to a happy customer, attention to detail, honest pricing, quick turnarounds, and a superior quality, all of which provide our clients with a hassle-free experience. Procon Development is licensed, bonded, and insured to meet the requirements of any project. Procon has experience in the refinery industry since 1988. We are the ISN Net World qualified, and our team is trained on all safety requirements, work permits, JHAs, monitoring devices, etc. Catch us at the web at procongc.com. Imagine a quiet escape. Since 1999, Lavish Skin Care and Med Spa has been offering the best in corrective skin care, massage therapy, body treatments, full body waxing, yoni steam chair, bridal parties, corporate events, pamper party, and so much more. Located minutes from Western High School, go to fresha.com Lavish Skin Care to get a list of all services, or give us a call at 562-461-0506. Imagine a quiet escape. Since 1999, Lavish Skin Care and Med Spa has been offering the best in corrective skin care, massage therapy, body treatments, full body waxing, yoni steam chair, bridal parties, corporate events, pamper party, and so much more. Located minutes from Western High School, go to fresha.com Lavish Skin Care to get a list of all services, or give us a call at 562-461-0506. Are you looking for an edge on your own personal health, or maybe looking to improve your client's wellness while increasing profits? At Elevate Health, we have an extensive lineup of recovery products such as hyperbaric oxygen chambers, red light therapy, cold therapy, infrared saunas, compression therapy, and more. Improve your daily recovery today with the best kept secret in the market. Call Elevate Health now at 949-271-2013 or visit our website for more information, www.elevatehealth.com. Procon Development is a full-service general contracting firm that has established itself as a premier partner to several commercial and industrial businesses. Our company has proudly managed and facilitated construction projects throughout the United States for the past 27 years. No job is too big or too small for us. We pride ourselves on our dedication to a happy customer, attention to detail, honest pricing, quick turnarounds, and a superior quality, all of which provide our clients with a hassle-free experience. Procon Development is licensed, bonded, and insured to meet the requirements of any project. Procon has experience in the refinery industry since 1988. We are the ISN Net World qualified, and our team is trained on all safety requirements, work permits, JHAs, monitoring devices, etc. Catch us at the web at procongc.com. Imagine a quiet escape. Since 1999, Lavish Skin Care and Med Spa has been offering the best in corrective skin care, massage therapy, body treatments, full body waxing, yoni steam chair, bridal parties, corporate events, pamper party, and so much more. Located minutes from Western High School, go to fresha.com Lavish Skin Care to get a list of all services, or give us a call at 562-461-0506. Imagine a quiet escape. Since 1999, Lavish Skincare and Med Spa has been offering the best in corrective skincare, massage therapy, body treatments, full body waxing, yoni steam chair, bridal parties, corporate events, pamper party, and so much more. Located minutes from Western High School, go to fresha.com Lavish Skincare to get a list of all services, or give us a call at 562-461-0506. Are you looking for an edge on your own personal health, or maybe looking to improve your client's wellness while increasing profits? At Elevate Health, we have an extensive lineup of recovery products such as hyperbaric oxygen chambers, red light therapy, cold therapy, infrared saunas, compression therapy, and more. Improve your daily recovery today with the best kept secret in the market. Call Elevate Health now at 949-271-2013 or visit our website for more information, www.elevatehealth.com. Procon Development is a full-service general contracting firm that has established itself as a premier partner to several commercial and industrial businesses. Our company has proudly managed and facilitated construction projects throughout the United States for the past 27 years. No job is too big or too small for us. We pride ourselves on our dedication to a happy customer, attention to detail, honest pricing, quick turnaround.
Type of thing ended up coming back up again, so it was something that league felt like they had rid themselves of. From my understanding from these LA, SGV, SFV kind of Valley guys, it's very well known in that community. The community all knows each other. They play against each other. I guess what's kind of different from here, right, is like Orange County. We play against a lot of Orange County teams. In the LA city section, you're kind of very tight-knit together. So many schools in one general area. So these parents talk. They know who the transfers are, this and that, the other. But they also know a little bit deeper of, who might be, playing a position over there that was playing a position in Orange County last year. And that doesn't really make a whole lot of sense, right? When a guy's transferring from, beachfront property in Newport to Narbonne, which is a pretty school. But it doesn't always make sense why that would happen. And I tend to be on the side of let the kids do what they're going to do, and if you follow the rules and do your thing, then good for you. But at the end of the day, it has been abused. The rules have been abused, and I was happy to see Long Beach Poly do what they did.
Okay, we got the second half kickoff, and it was an onside kick, and was able to be picked up by El Medina, so they'll have it 1st and 10 right at midfield. So now it's time for the second trivia question. And that is, who is the all-time leading passer for great field position right at midfield. I'm a little surprised that, we're not just kicking the ball out of the end zone. I guess we got to try this stuff, huh?
They're trying. That was a beautiful onside kick, and we're trying to get the ball back,
Guess rolling out. He's in trouble, and down he goes, I think. No, he's still on his feet. My God. That is incredible. He should have been sacked. He had 3 Pioneers all over him, and he's able to drag him forward for a 3-yard gain. That's just...
Yeah.
Wow.
And sack goes away real quick.
And no, that's not my adopted son down there that I'm excited about. He's just doing a heck of a job. I'm impressed. Well, they'll give him 2 yards on the play, avoiding a sure sack. 2nd down and 8. Just underway here in the 3rd quarter. Guess looks left. Now it comes back. Wide open over the middle, complete. Another 1st down as Connor Smith hauls that one in as he just ran what you'd call a drag route right across the middle, and there was nobody home for that one.
And not only was there nobody home, but the defender that went there to make the tackle did not even attempt to wrap up. He just try to hit him with the shoulder pad, and that's not how you're going to take a guy down on a team like this. Obviously, El Medina runs a very strict offense. They know what they're doing, and their guys fight for yards. So you got to wrap up and make a tackle. We could have avoided a first down there.
You got to this whole league is filled top to bottom with really experienced coaches. So, whatever things that you get away with against not so good coaching in the Orange League is not happening here. Guess looks left. He's got time. Riley rolls out, spins away from traffic, directing traffic out there, and he just runs out of bounds. For those of you able to watch this thing on the Pioneer Press YouTube channel, you're seeing something very special.
And a great job in the back end by the defense, covering forever and getting essentially what was a coverage sack, forcing Xavier Guest to run out of bounds.
Yeah, Xavier Guest is one of those guys. Again, if he's got if you're born with just a little more size, this is a Division I kid. I mean, he's got that kind of moxie to him.
Go ahead, Ken.
Second down and 10. Two receivers on either side of the formation. Motion man comes from left to right. Back to pass he goes, sets up, throws, bubble screen, and complete. Keeping this on his feet, header for Pager. He's going to go into the end zone, untouched, touchdown. El Modena, as Connor Smith hauls it in for another Elmo touchdown.
Yeah, and if Elmo hits their extra point here, that will start the running clock.
I don't know if that running clock...
It's got to be agreed to before the game, right, by both coaches? Or is that not the case anymore?
Yeah,
I think that wasn't the case anymore,
I'm not really sure. I think it's...
35?
I know it's 35, but I'm not sure at what point the running clock would happen. So we'll know here quickly as the official in the white hat. He's going, wow, running clock, great. I got to go home early. And officials are trying to get all set up to try this extra point. Snap is down, up, and good. So with 10:09 to go here in the third quarter, El Medina extends their lead 49-14 over the Pioneers.
Yeah, and the refs tonight out there in the white hat, that's Rick Langmeyer, and in the black hat helping him out, that's Bruce Kelberg. Both of those guys are refs at the Showdown Series on a weekly basis, Kent.
Look at you giving the officials some love.
Series, you're getting some CIF refs out there, which is what separates us a bit from the others.
You guys are first-class organization, Showdown Series.
I appreciate that, Kent. And these referees are awesome as well, man. That's why I have to bring them up. Both really good guys and do a good job. And I know these guys started at 3:30 tonight doing another game and then came here. So reffing ain't easy. I used to always think these guys just showed up here after another job, and this was like the second fun gig. But they also do a bunch of other games, and they ref all week. And it's pretty crazy how committed referees are. They got to know how to ref basketball and football and as many sports as they can if they want to stay busy.
And now even girls football. As the ball's dribbled on the ground, that hit it's a live ball anyway, but covered up right at the 39-yard line. Looks like that hit Adrian Luna.
Yeah, we had no idea that was coming.
No. As Noah Inskeep was able to cover that one up, and Western has it 1st and 10 at their own 39-yard line. I have not seen the official wind the clock for a running clock yet. And nope, he didn't. All right, so no running clock at this point. Let's see if Chance Thomas can get some things going, get good reps in here. That's really what you're looking for, is something to build on for leading into next week's game. As Alatorre gets to the outside. Next week, Pioneers will be home against your alma mater, the Cypress Centurions. A bit of a nostalgia game here for us.
Yeah, no doubt. It's been a long time. I don't remember when. I think the last time I actually seen Cypress play or played against Cypress was actually my first year coaching at Western, and that was, I believe, our only win that season.
I think it was too.
We beat them on a hook and ladder.
2nd down and 7. Thomas looks to his left. Now he comes back over the middle looking for Bunchy, and incomplete as he was double covered down there. And that falls to the Handle Field turf. You know, the Western and Cypress will always have a special place for me, as I remember the 2005 game. No, it's 2006 game. The first playoff game that Cyprus had been in some 10 years, I believe. And one of those one of the most exciting games I've ever called. You were actually on the field of that game, and my son and Coach Davidson's son was on the field, and actually Coach Davidson was calling that game with me. Chance Thomas sets up throws. Bunchy's got it at the 45, and he gets thrown down. A little extracurricular there, and no flag coming out.
Hey, that's one of those plays that, that's why you hit the weight room. And Bunchy's always working out, but that's why you're going to want to stack on some weight for next year. You don't want someone big brother in you like that.
That's a good way to put it, and not what you want to hear. You don't want anybody big brother in you.
No.
4th down and 4. Western trying to get him to jump, but El Medina does a nice job of staying off the ball, because even if they move forward a little bit, they're not going to be offsides.
Honestly, I don't think that Chance is very convincing when he tries to do that count. I think Noah is really good at it.
4th down, Thomas back to pass, breaks the pocket, try to get to the outside. He's got enough room to run for the first down. He slides, and his slide started just past the 50-yard line, so he gets the first down. I was reading something about the quarterback sliding versus going head first, and there's different reasons for it. Sometimes these quarterbacks who slide feet first, they're really unprotected there. A guy wants to come take your head off, you're not protected except for a 15-yard flag. Whereas if you're diving head first aggressively, there's something to be said for that's a safer way to avoid the hit. And you get more yardage. As Thomas looking deep and overthrown, looking for a Mesco out there.
I think the decision comes down to what position you're in when you give yourself up, right? And
it's
what
like
kind of space you have around you. I just think that where quarterbacks make a big mistake is waiting till the last second to dive.
To slide.
To slide, yeah, because then it's just, even on the upper level, there's been too many quarterbacks who will fake a slide and then go, so you can't, as a defender, you got to go until the whistle. That's how you're taught, right?
Thomas throws quickly to the outside, complete, and cross the 45 into Elmo territory. It looked like Reyes on the receiving end of that one. That'll bring up a 3rd down there. Yeah, it's really curious because you see, you obviously want to avoid concussions. You want to avoid injury. And I don't know, it just seems like that. I guess I got to look more into it to see, is this really safer? I mean, I don't know. It seemed interesting to me. As Alatorre gets the inside handoff, and he's got a 1st down. They'll mark him across the 40-yard line. His time is not the friend of the Pioneers, as 7:29 to go here in the 3rd quarter, and it's been all El Medina, 49-14.
Yeah, and I could hear you on that, Kent. When you dive forward, you're controlling your own destiny. When you slide, somebody else got your destiny in their hands.
Yeah, and that's somebody coming with bad intentions.
Yeah,
as my buddy Mo Patios would say. 1st and 10, Chance rolling out to his left. He's holding the ball out, loose, throws, flag on the play, complete. Bunchy Young's got it. He'll have enough for the 1st down, but let's check out this flag. It was thrown right at the 34-yard line. And let's see, what do we have here? Might have a block downfield or an ineligible man downfield, but let's just see. And that's an ineligible man downfield. Wow, how about that? It's almost like I was an official once before in my life.
I don't know why you would do that.
The masochist. My first job as a 16-year-old, I learned how to make decisions.
That's actually would be a good job for everybody.
Yeah, and you're a lot nicer to the refs if you've actually done it before. Now, there's something to be said about that, right? Putting yourself in someone else's shoes.
The refs had a talk about that before game today that I laughed at.
Thomas back to pass. Now he breaks contain, directing traffic. Breaks one tackle, slides down. He'll pick up a yard on the play. Not quite as nimble out there as Xavier Guest, but see what he's out there trying to do.
Just very much a different build as a quarterback. Thomas is able to, roll himself out of the pocket and whatnot, but he tried to put a move on the guy and get him off balance so he could pick up some more extra yards, and it just didn't work. He kind of put the move on himself.
Yeah. Got sniped by the Handle Stadium field grass. 2nd and 13. Thomas has time. He's Sets up, throws off his back foot, incomplete. Amesko really wasn't open there. He was doubled up, and that'll bring up 3rd down.
Yeah, I mean, you kind of see how this defense is playing, Kent. They know the pass is coming. The D-line's playing a little further off, like you said, of the offensive line than most D-lines would do. They're kind of all playing like D-ends, like wait till the ball snap and then go, right?
3rd down and 13. Thomas. He's got time, steps into his throw, into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's the first interception of the season, and coming back the other way is Jacket, and that's Chance Thomas's first interception, and there's a flag coming in late on the play.
And that's the thing, Kent. There's 2 receivers out en route. Both are being double covered. Where's the rest of our
open.
guys? Somebody is open.
And
Chance just keeps looking down there. You got to find where's our other guys. There's got to be, another option there. You can't just keep throwing into double coverage.
Yeah, and that was, you want your guy to go out there and make a play, but, truthfully, it'd be very difficult. And there's a face mask to add insult to injury. That'll tack another 15 yards onto that for El Medina on the return. Yeah, these are growing pains here for Western. And Chance Thomas, again, remember, he's a sophomore. He's got a great frame. He's got a really live arm. I mean, it seems he's making some throws that you just really wouldn't believe, but he's got to grow into the position a little bit, and that's...
He does the extra work, Ken. I've seen him out there working with the quarterback coaches and stuff, and I know he does extra work, so it's just going to take, some time. He's going to have to keep working on those small things.
You make a great point, and I'll talk more about that in just a bit. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line is El Medina. Guess, back to pass, avoids a tackler, complete over the middle screen there, out across midfield. Yeah, this is one of the things Coach Davidson was talking about earlier in the week was how much Chance Thomas loves football. He just says the kid absolutely loves it. And, not like, some people just say it. Some people give lip service, but to your point, he loves it. And so when you got that kind of, enthusiasm about it and that willingness to work to support that, the sky's the limit for you. And I think, the future's really bright for Chance Thomas. Inside handoff, and there's enough for a 1st down there as they give the ball to Shane Leslie. Yeah. And actually they're going to mark him a little short of the 1st, but I thought he got it.
You can tell by the way a player plays, too. And Chance is back there. He's very relaxed at quarterback. You can tell he's, spent a lot of time playing the game, that he's comfortable in his skin and where he's at. And there's people who love the game who play like they've got fire on their head, right, a la your son, Kent. And there's people who love the game who play it very relaxed and just understand it and play at a different speed. And I think Chance is going to become that guy, the second.
3rd and 1, play action fake, guess. He's got time back there. Now he rolls around and somehow is able to get through, and they got him, sacked him. Oh, back at the, maybe a 1-yard loss there, but a sack is a sack. It still counts.
And see, that's Xavier Guess. He plays with fire on his head, right?
Yeah, he does, or his hair on fire, one of the two, right?
I see something a bit different in Chance that I saw in Malachi, which is like a real relaxedness back there. And, Malachi Nelson was a relaxed quarterback as well, and I see that in Chance a bit. And I just think that fundamentally, where he carries the ball and where that ball stays while he's in the pocket especially is going to be something he can work on this offseason and during the season.
4th down and 3. Yes, hands off up the middle, and he moves the pile forward, and that's enough for a 1st down. And we do have a winner for our trivia question. The winner is Vicky, as the all-time leading passer for the Western Pioneers, Anthony Munoz. So Anthony Munoz with 9,366 yards from 2016 to 2018. So congratulations to Vicky. Make sure get in touch with send an email over to me at westernpiofootball@gmail.com, and I'll make sure we can make arrangements to get you your Keno's $25 gift card. Okay, 1st down and 10. And El Medina is just handing the ball off, and they're just gashing the Pioneers. They're not even trying to run up the score. they're just doing handoff bid here. They know they've got this game well in hand, and Western really couldn't come up with a stop there.
It's still how it's executed, though. El Medina, Xavier Guest, giving that long ride as he hands that football off, which keeps the defense in position and opens those running holes up. As you've seen, once he went off tackle, it was wide open. Nobody's there. Why? Because everybody's concerned about Xavier Guest taking the ball the other way.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's pretty wild. First and 10, 3:11 to go here in the third. All El Medina's Guess. Fake the handoff, keeps it outside. Runs, like you said, he runs violently, you know. He's got this violent jitterbug, something special. I mean, it's special.
Dan Sproles, Michael Vick, a little bit of everything down there.
You know what? I think he's closer to Michael Vick, except for he looks more accurate. Michael Vick he had a cannon for an arm.
And Michael would carry that ball way crazy out there like that with his left hand, kind of like Chance does sometimes, whereas you see Xavier do it, and it seems like he's a little bit more tight with that football. Like he's not flailing it. He's carrying it as a running back.
Well, he's a senior, and he's a leading rusher for the team. So he does know how to carry the ball, and he's able to put the ball right where he needs to. As Williams, nice job in coverage out there. Ball's incomplete, third down.
And Ken, one thing that's cool about Xavier too is like if you watch him in 7-on-7, he runs a West Coast offense in 7-on-7. There's no running there, right? But like he's very efficient in all the routes from 5 to 15 yards. Like he's very good at it. So it's an interesting quarterback, and I think that's more so what you're going to see from him at the college level. If he does get some playing time up there, you're going to see a lot of that shorter passing scheme to open up the deeper passing scheme. You're not going to want to get that guy hit where the guys are twice the size at the next level.
Yeah, correct. Third down, inside handoff, and nothing to do is Malachi Alatorre all over the running back on that play, and that's going to bring up a fourth down as Shane Leslie had nowhere to go there. And let's see if El Medina is going to try a field goal here. And they're going to try a 40-yarder. As I mentioned earlier, it was a 40-yard field goal that won the game for El Medina's freshman team, which you just don't hear of as freshmen able to kick the ball that far. But Sorensen on to try this 40-yarder from the left hash. He didn't have the distance. No good. As that field goal falls short and Western gets another stop. Think about this. They should go pull up the freshman kicker. He had more of a leg on that 40-yarder than the senior did.
Well, you don't think you're going to need that guy. Now that he hit that other game in the freshman game, you're like, maybe we should suit this guy.
Yeah,
up.
maybe. Let's go. Open competition. Here we go. He's going to get Wally pipped. Well, Western will take over. First and 10 at their own 20-yard line with 2:10 to go here in the third. And no running clock. You want to see Chance get a little bit of rhythm going here in these last couple drives. But much different. El Medina really has done a nice job on defense. Thomas looking for Bunchy and hit up in the air and incomplete. That hit him in the hands. Bunchy should have probably come down with that one. It goes incomplete. Thomas put it on him. And it looked like he was thrown into double coverage, but actually it was two receivers kind of close to each other. And it falls incomplete.
Yeah, Bunchy came back for that. And tonight, every ball that El Medina has bobbled, they've come up with it. And every time we've knocked the ball up or bobbled it, we have not.
Yeah, that's true. Thomas sets up, throws quickly out to the right side. That's Malachi Alatorre. Takes a big hit, and he keeps rolling. My God. One of the toughest guys. I got to get this. We got to interview this kid. I mean, he's just one of the toughest kids you want to see out there. And he picked up the first down after getting hit in the backfield. He's got to have incredible yards after the contact. Yeah, if there is such a stat, he's incredible.
He gets hit a lot and pushes forward for another 4 or 5.
Another quick toss out to the right side to Malachi. Yeah, you're right. He does. And, he's laying the hat on defense, too. This kid doesn't come off the field.
It's not easy, man. And that time, Rojas is he's a little bummed. He felt like he had his guy beat for a deep one. But Western right now is playing in a bit of a rhythm.
Yeah, it's really about that versus, taking your deep shots
I
here.
agree, Kent.
Yeah, you got to get how do we get this rhythm? How do we get that going? How do we get El Medina to jump off sides? And he's going to have to work on that a little bit.
Yeah.
Thomas quickly sets up, throws in rhythm. That's J.J. Amezcua, first down. Now, again, in fairness, too, you may be seeing some clean jerseys out there for El Medina, as there are some clean jerseys out there.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah, so, yeah. That's,
you won't be seeing Xavier Guess on defense anymore tonight, guys.
And you're not seeing Samuel Jacket out there either. So, yeah, you've got Coach Mitchell's getting some extra playing time for some of his other guys as Thomas rolling out. Sets up and throws, looking for Young, incomplete. Yeah, when you see clean white jerseys on a natural turf field, I can tell you those guys probably play JV. Second down. Thomas, straight back. Now he's launching it. You got JJ one-on-one, incomplete. Flag comes in, and they're going to get pass interference. And they must have been draped all over him because, JJ really didn't make a huge effort to go and grab that one, but maybe he felt the guy was all over him.
The ball was kind of thrown opposite behind his shoulder. Didn't have a great opportunity going up and getting that one with the guy draped on him, and just enough contact there to draw the flag.
Well, that gives Western a first down, and as we move close to the end of the third quarter here, as we are under a minute. Thomas looks left, comes back, now he takes off running to the outside. Hit as he throws, and he was well out of bounds, incomplete. Bunchy Young came up with it, but his feet were way out of bounds.
Yeah, Chance Thomas just rolling out, or getting out of the pocket there. Not rolling out, but getting out of the pocket there and walking down the line of scrimmage before getting that ball out to Bunchy Young. And Bunchy wasn't able to stay in bounds, got out a bit late.
It seems like the design rollouts to the left, Chance has a harder time doing. He doesn't seem to be able to get his feet squared up on it.
Yeah.
As Amezcua hauls in a pass is going to be just short of the first down. As Chance seems to do a better job when he's able to. Again, it's not like he leads a whole lot of time, but there's a certain rhythm with how he throws, and his rollouts. It doesn't seem like he's able to get that same type of rhythm at all. He's not able to square his shoulders, get his feet set, and deliver a ball. He's just kind of relying on his arm and
the natural talent, yeah, rather than the actual way you position your body to get that whip.
As Makai Hayes with his first carry of the night gets a big first down and fresh legs out there. And I'll tell you, you got to call out one of your linemen out there making a great job.
Carlos
Chavarria just actually laid the wood to one of the El Medina defenders out there, and you got to give a big pancake out there to Carlos Chavarria. Okay, well, that's the end of the third quarter. Score, El Medina 49 and Western 14. Now, you got some rhythm going on here, Justin. You got, there's a few, we'll call it good things going on.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, got a team that's resilient, that's battling in Western right now, and we're still able to operate our offense. We're moving down the field, and that's what you got to keep doing here. This is, it's like being in the pros, sometimes you have a tough game, but you finish it up like a pro. You continue running your offense, continue doing your thing, and these guys are out there battling hard,
Yeah. And so you got cheerleaders are pumped up. Everybody's pretty excited out here still. I guess you'd call that high school football. You know, it's just the thing that that makes this kind of fun. And you know, it's tough being on the short side of this game, but you know, you and I haven't done many games where we are getting hammered like this. So it's a little unique, and you've definitely been on the flip side of it, and you almost feel for the other guys. But you know, you're looking at our guys out there, and you're right, they're still battling, which is what you love. You love this. Thomas looking for JJ on the left. Actually, he's looking for Reyes out there on the left side. Goes incomplete. Now make that Bunchy.
He tried to throw the back shoulder throw to Bunchy, and Bunchy got his body to it, but wasn't able to come up with it.
You know, Bunchy, last week against Capo Valley had kind of a come-out type of a game. But, you know, tell you what, El Medina certainly they've had him completely bottled up tonight.
And he's just had 2 or 3 of those times where it's like a contested catch that hits him in the hands, and he's not able. Tonight wasn't his night coming up with them. You know, I think that in the future he'll have do a better job of it.
Thomas rolls looking for JJ. He's open. He's got it. He's in. Touchdown, Western. JJ Amesqua, 1 foot in, is able to haul it in. And the Pioneers are on the board again.
That's some great body control from JJ Amesqua there. The ball looked like it, was basically thrown where it's going to be a tough catch to get your feet in. JJ was able to get his hands up, make the catch, and get a foot in. And it wasn't exactly one of those type of plays where it was going to be easy to do that. So great job by JJ.
Number 14 on the year for JJ Amesqua. As Hernandez, extra point, didn't quite get up.
It's a bad hold.
Didn't quite get the distance he was looking for, and it goes incomplete. Not incomplete, but no good.
That was a bad hold. I could see the snapper had that ball pointed forward, so he basically just line drived it right into the back of the.
I mean, that's one of those
that kick probably went 10 feet high max.
Exactly, 10 feet high.
Somebody's lucky they didn't take it to the head.
10 feet with a lot of power behind it.
Yeah.
10 feet high. That ball's he'll knock you out if it gets
If that
hit.
ball hits you in the stomach, you're going down.
Yeah, you get knocked
out
of
the head. You might get a concussion.
Exactly, you're concussed. I think it was a rocket.
After he kicked it, he looked at the holder like, what
was that?
I did what I did every time, and it's made it every other time. And he looked up at him like, yeah, I didn't get that hold right, dude. My bad.
Noah Giddens holder on that one. But, I'll tell you what, this sure is fun. Okay. Well, we're definitely not in running clock mode now. The 29-point differential here. We'll see if Coach Mitchell decides to empty the bench and get a different quarterback in there. Oh, that went through the hands of the. No, wait, that actually touched a guy, unless it was that fast. Oh, but Western was offside, so
it was offside.
We'll do it over again.
You see, like the angle the kicker took at the ball threw the guys off. He went like this. He did like an S before kicking the ball. Made it pretty obvious the onside kick was coming. But
he hasn't quite got the concept yet of timing. You know, I know there's in soccer you probably don't have to worry about any of that stuff, but you know, on a kickoff you kind of have to time your other 10 players that are running down there to try to make a play. And we'll move back 5 yards and try it all over again. Let's see what Antonio Hernandez decides to do this time. I think he pops it over to the left side. And
I got another guy coming on.
And Reyes will go over there and pick it up. See, everybody's over to the right side here. I think he got the left side is open. Well, he kicks it to the right again. Fair catch, called for, made. And you know, I don't know if you heard that, but the band did something. Yeah, I did that. You're not supposed to do that during the kick.
Well, there's been music playing this whole night as well, which is usually a little.
Yeah, you're not supposed to be doing that. You're supposed to turn it off.
Kind of don't know what's going on here right now. I also don't understand. We've got 2 food trucks that come every week, and they're kind of just tucked off in the corner there. I'm not sure that anybody really knows they're here.
Well, yeah, I mean,
They're on the field.
Yeah, they're on the track, and one of them's donuts. Like like it's mini donuts.
Okay.
So maybe the players
I
get
guess
some.
it does make sense because you got the far sideline over there, and people got to walk that way to get over there.
Yeah, I get it. Okay, so we do have a new quarterback as Xavier Guess's night is finished. And Ethan Sorensen comes in at quarterback for El Medina. And he'll keep it himself. Not quite the same effectiveness as Xavier Guess.
It's a lot easier when they run straight into you and they don't do the...
They don't move around? Yeah, imagine that. Quarterback keep. Okay, we got this diagnosed. No, this guy's a little bit easier to handle. Well, big showdown next Thursday at El Medina as they take on Tustin in what is going to shape up at least to be somebody will be in the driver's seat, assuming Tustin is able to take down, I believe they're playing Capo Valley. No, they're playing Trabuco Hills. So they're at Trabuco Hills tomorrow night. And assuming they can hold serve against them, it's going to be set up a great showdown next Thursday at El Medina at the newly remodeled Fred Kelly Field. I think it's still called Fred Kelly Field, isn't it?
I think so. I'm not positive. When was I over there? Yeah, I think it is.
You were over there.
I was over there this year. I had a tournament there. It is Fred Kelly Stadium, and we were over there as well during what against La Mirada?
In a past life against Villa Park.
Oh, okay. Past that.
3rd down and 3. As El Medina has emptied the bench. But, you're looking up and down the stat sheet for El Medina, and you see they got a lot of guys with stats. So, when you have a larger roster like that, you want to get these guys more playing time. And Coach Mitchell, being an experienced guy that he is, that's what he does. He gets his other players in there.
Yeah, it's very important. When you have a nice lead like this, to let some guys on the field and the lessons of football aren't just taught in practice and in the day-to-day. They're actually taught on the field on game night. So it means something when you get in there, whether you're the starter or not. I mean, you want to be able to tell your girlfriend or your mom or your dad, oh, you see me out there, you see me do something positive,
You hear my name called, right?
Yeah, you hear my name called,
Well, when you played as a sophomore. I mean, when you get under the lights as a sophomore on the varsity level, it's special. I remember those days.
It's very special, and even if you don't belong there, you get your name called once. It means a lot, and it puts you in a position to work a lot harder for it next year as well.
Yeah, I remember it well that Cypress back in those days, in your sophomore days, was really involved with a lot of blowouts where you were on the wrong side of the blowout, but you still got into the ball game.
Yeah.
And those plays, those times really were special, for you when you were able to get in there and I remember your name, hitting your. I remember hearing my kid's name called, hearing your name called. It was pretty neat.
It's super special. I think that and like I said, the biggest thing for me was it just translated to why I worked so hard in the off season. It was a reason for me. It was like, hey, I went out there and I was too small, and yeah, I made a good tackle here, but I was scared when those fools were coming my way, and you don't feel that on the freshman or JV level. You same but different, right? And on the varsity level, it's a man's game. It becomes a man's game, and so you build some confidence once you get your first playing time out there, and that a lot of time leads to great things in the off season for some of those sophomores and juniors who are getting in.
Well, this is the first punt of the night for El Medina.
And now you see why.
And it was a little short and off to the left side. And he's normally, he's a 35-yard, normally a 35-yard average. I think you just wanted to make that one a little short, just kick it high, but didn't quite get the result he was looking for as the ball goes out of bounds right at the 39-yard line, and that's where Western will take over, 1st and 10 with 6:40 to go. And the clock is still winding. I thought we weren't on a rolling clock. Huh. Looks like the scoreboard clock's moving. Okay, well. Hey, Justin, I thought you knew the rules. First and 10 Western. Thomas looking left. He's got time. He can go back and have a sandwich. Now he sets up throws, looking for Reyes, and knocked away incomplete. Nice job there on defense by the defender for Elmo. And that was Nathan Garcia, the sophomore, knocking that away.
It's like we just talked about, Ken. That's a confidence-building play for a sophomore right there. It's like, oh, I got my first PBU on varsity.
Yeah. And
I'm good enough to do this.
That's a legit
I did it against
PBU.
their starting guy. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Good point. Second and 10. Thomas sets up quickly, and Mesqua's got it, breaks a tackle, and is able to get enough for a first down. And looks like, yeah, we are in a running clock situation here. First down right at midfield for J.J. Mesqua. J.J. with a couple touchdowns on the night, padding his stats. Again, last week against Capo Valley, it was really the Bunchy Young show, but tonight you kind of like, okay, the world got realigned again, and J.J. is back on top as the alpha receiver. As Thomas throws high, and Rojas climbs the ladder to bring that one in. And I think, you know, what will happen here is over the next few weeks here, and really this is about setting up for the playoffs. Because once you're in playoffs, you're put in a different division. You're not going to see the Almedinas again. You're going to see teams like...
You're not going to see a team as good as El Medina in playoffs. Right?
No, you're not. Or Tustin. Or Capo Valley, for that matter. As J.J. Mesqua's wide open and into the end zone. Touchdown, Western. J.J. Mesqua hauls in his third of the night. And again, one of the leaders in the nation in receiving, J.J. Mesqua, pulls in a 47-yarder here.
And you see the difference there between the first guys and the second guys. JJ had that big break on him. He had a lot of space in between that ball landing in there.
And you think about it, you know, the space that he had right there versus like against some of the other teams you were playing against, like against the Anaheims, they're not going to stay with him. Neither was, you know, La Mirada wasn't. You know, they didn't have guys who could really match up with him. As Hernandez drills home the extra point, making the score 49-27. But yeah, they just don't have guys who can keep up with him at that level. But against, you know, the starters, El Medina's definitely got guys, and I would assume that Tustin's probably got some guys that can hang with him too. So it's going to be a lot different scheming going on here to try to beat some of those guys. But more importantly, the defense is going to have to do something a lot different than, you know, against these better teams if they're going to hang with them.
Yeah, we have a tough time because like tonight, we really just didn't get much of a push from the defensive line. And we came out with the defensive line heavy game plan. If you notice, a lot of times it was Malachi basically the only linebacker, right? And then we're out in nickel on the edges, covering for the pass and playing that nickel for the run in case he takes it down and runs it. And, yeah, we had 5 down linemen most of the night, and we just weren't able to get that push that we needed. So I think that's where we're going to need somebody to step up at. We need somebody to step up at defensive line and shine and go get some sacks, you know, over the rest of the year.
Boy, Hernandez just drills it. Yeah,
give me that.
We love this guy,
kicker,
right?
Man. He puts every single one of those in a position to get it.
Absolutely. I mean, that thing bounced off the chest of the guy of the return guy, and he's able to fall on it.
And it's just different the way that they play onside kicks now. I mean, we onside kicked from a bunch, and we rolled it right out in front of us, and we all just went to put a lick on somebody. And
can't do that anymore.
Yeah, can't do that no more. It's terrible.
But now, as a special team maven, you know, yeah, I hear where you're coming from.
It's my only special teams play that I really enjoyed doing every single time. Oh, onside kick, let's go!
Yeah, exactly. I got to go cream somebody, and I have to worry about tackling.
Yeah.
I just go hit him. Well, there's 3:54 to go here in this ball game. As the only thing that's left in doubt is this final score. As Western with a nice stop there on defense. Some stat padding going on here, but that's okay. Yeah, it's probably been a few minutes since Western's been sub 500, but after this ball game, Western will fall to 3-4, while El Medina keeps on with its undefeated season. They're moving to 7-0.
Elmo's really gonna you know, if they can get that one over Tustin, they have a really good chance at having a really special year.
Oh yeah, no, they're. Yeah, I haven't. I know that Tustin did lose their starting quarterback. He actually was ruled ineligible and he's moved out of state. That's Butter Tollefson.
Interesting.
Yeah. So hey, you didn't really know about the Marine League, huh? All banding together and forfeiting.
I knew last week that that there was a lot of whispers between the parents about something like that, but I didn't know that they executed it. No, I had no idea.
I was actually shocked because, you know, we kind of have an idea who Banning is. You know, we saw them here a few weeks ago. And
Banning, Steven was their guy.
Steven
right?
Perez.
Steven Perez. Holy smokes, that guy was impressive.
And you're not going to you'll never say that Banning was soft, you know. And
No.
they're just not soft. In fact, I was
Nothing
looking
about that city is soft.
No. And Sorensen breaks through. He's at the
Come on.
30. He's got one man to beat. He's not going to get stopped. He's in. Touchdown. Modena.
Look how happy his teammates are running down the field. Super excited for their backup quarterback to get a touchdown.
He breaks off a 50-yarder.
Oh, that's one that you don't like right there, though. That's one that you really don't like as a coach right there.
Yeah, the backup quarterback rolls out, you know.
Breaks
Puts
a
up a-
run and is untouched. Nobody even puts a hand on him.
Yeah.
And you got guys faking effort on the back end of it like they're trying to run to him when they're just tired and not.
Yeah.
I tell you what, the guy that was chasing him down is twice as fast as that quarterback. If he wanted to catch him, he would have caught him. No concern of catching him. Head down. Yeah, but it's all right, you know. This is a.
Well, Sorensen, after that long run, is going to have to go kick this extra point. And he boots it through. Good. So with 2:09 to go here in the ball game, Medina 56 and Western 27. And the line in this game was 80 points was the over-under on it, and just that touchdown made it an over for the overs bettors out there.
Yeah, we just need Western to score one more time. We'll have 100 points on the board for the night. Stay on track, huh?
No, I
No,
think
not
you
quite,
need.
huh?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think you're missing 10. That's at 83.
Oh, yeah. I'm
Minus
missing
100.
17. I thought I was missing 7. I'm 10 off. You're right.
Well, it's okay. You
Math
know?
is hard, okay?
I get it. Yeah, it's a math. You know, it's tough math questions. You know, I hear it. I hear you, man. 100 minus. Yeah, well, no.
Yeah, I don't study anything but football anymore, so.
Let's see if Western can add to their point total here in this final 2 minutes to go. Where's my pen?
You looking for something?
My pen. Gotta have a pen. Well, Justin, another night of exciting football. Ball's popped up into the air. I thought he called for fair catch, but he didn't. No. That's Reyes getting to the outside. He's at the 40, cuts back, taken to the 43. Jaden Reyes continue to play hard. Again, got to give us another shout out to Angel Vargas, handling everything on the tech end of it for our broadcast over here on the YouTube side for Pioneer Press. He was here for the first game, handles all the graphics just right. And hope to see him here next week, next Thursday against Cyprus. As Thomas rolls out and looking for Bunchy, and he almost calls it in. It's like landed on his back. Those are one of those that that hurts.
Knocked it out of you.
Let me go lay down here and look at the sky for a bit, and Bunchy's able to get up. And for those of you who may have forgotten, Bunchy Young was a young man who ran out for the Super Bowl 54 commercial. Pre-game, was able to running through, getting the ball thrown to him by all kinds of different NFL Hall of Famers, and it's a great kid to talk to about it. You know, Justin, if you've never talked to him, you got to just hit him up for a conversation about it. about who he really likes. You know who he really liked? As Bunchy brings that one in. That's his longest grab of the night. The guy he liked the most is the guy that you look like, and the guy you kind of play like, Julian Edelman. Totally reminded me of you when he was telling me this.
I like Jules.
Julian Edelman.
Very.
That was his great.
guy.
He loved that guy. He goes, yeah, the guy was just really great. Of all the guys he talked to, he liked Julian Edelman the most. Has chances rolling out for his life and throws incomplete. Almost pulled in by Rojas. As the clock continues to wind at that should be the final play of this ball game.
Looks like it will be.
And 0-0s on the scoreboard, and the teams will meet at halftime. The final score, El Medina 56 and Western 27. El Medina moves to 7-0 and will continue Delta League play at home next Thursday for their showdown with Western. The Pioneers move to 3-4 and will be back here next Thursday versus Justin's alma mater, Cypress. We'd like to thank our sponsors for tonight's ball game: Procon Development, One Pro Plumbing, Hansel Construction, Lavish Skincare, Elevate Health, Kino's Restaurant in Anaheim Hills. For Justin Connolly, this is Kent McHale saying goodnight from Handel Stadium, where the El Medina Vanguards defeated your Pioneers 56-27. Good night now. See you next week.
You guys cut off
llamarte.